Ladies and gentlemen, Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents Leake Academy Rebel Football. Now, here is the voice of the Rebels,
Philip Palmertree.
We interrupt New Kids on the Block singing Funky, Funky Christmas to bring you a Final Four playoff edition of Leake Academy Football 2024 on Friday, November 15. The number 3 seed Rebels travel to Senatobia tonight to face the number 2 seed Chiefs of Magnolia Heights School, and the winner locks in for the 5A state championship game in Jackson next Friday afternoon. Last week, LA triumphed in a rematch with rival Simpson, winning 45-36. Defenses had the upper hand in the first half as Leake led 10-6 at the midway point. But both teams got heated up in the second half, and George Wilcox led the Rebel passing game to 341 yards and 4 TDs. 1 to Matthew Weaver and 3 to Matthew Nowell. The Rebel rush game also got going and totaled up over 100 yards on the ground, and the Rebel defense got enough stops to hang on for the playoff win. Tonight, it's a first ever gridiron meeting with Magnolia Heights. The 11-1 Chiefs have won their last 10 games, and they swept through the North Division. They held off Lamar last week 31-21 to reach the semifinals. Second half comebacks have been a way of life for Mag Heights, and multi-sport star QB Jack Prosek has been the chief reason why. The Rebels' big-time offense faces another challenge against a team that never says die. So who will survive and advance to the state championship game? We're about to find out. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Wendy's Pregame. I'm Philip Palmertree. Billy Steen's our studio producer. Brooklyn Wade is behind the action camera. Sam Rigby's on standby. All of us thank you for listening on Cruisin' 98 or on the Cruisin' 98 mobile app. Streaming live at Kicks96news.com. And you can watch LA football on the Triple M Motors video stream. A link is available at Kicks96news.com. That link takes you to the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. Tonight's broadcast is powered by Central Electric Power Association. Before we get to a 7 o'clock kickoff, I'll give you the Junction starting lineups. Sam Rigby will help us size up the Magnolia Heights Chiefs. But first, we have an appointment with the Rebels head coach Brian Pickens. All that is straight ahead as the Wendy's Pregame continues from Boswell Media Sports.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Baptist League Rural Health Clinics have a variety of healthcare options with primary care, pediatrics, and women's health. Providing care at 3 locations in Carthage, Walnut Grove, and Madden. Call 601-267-1470 today to schedule your appointment. Extended hours and Saturdays are available at our primary care clinic located in Carthage. Baptist League, making your health care our #1 priority.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Whether you have a honey-do list or a big-time construction project, Small Town Rental is ready to deliver. From mini excavators, skid steers, trenchers, tillers, augers, and so much more. You'll find Small Town Rentals on Highway 16 in Carthage, across from the hospital. And they even deliver so you can get results instead of excuses. Follow Small Town Rental on Facebook and find out how Blair Purvis, the guy with the pink gooseneck trailer, can help you reserve your equipment today. Tune in next time when you'll hear Little Bit say,
I'm meant for my daddy so he can buy me more horses.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens.
And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
Welcome back, everyone. The Wendy's pregame is underway in advance of the 7 o'clock kickoff between your Rebels and the Magnolia Heights Chiefs. And this is a big game. It's win or go home for these two ball clubs. Rebels trying to get another victory here, a semifinal win that would launch them into the state championship game next week, next Friday afternoon in Jackson. And we've got the Rebels head coach Brian Pickens with us. Coach, we appreciate your time.
When you get to this point, you're more than happy to give you time. Like I said, just glad we're still doing this pregame show.
Same here. Let's talk about last Friday night's win at home, playoff win against Simpson Academy. We won that game 45-36, low-scoring first half, and then the offenses heated up, opened up. Two teams combined for 65 points in the second half. And as you had predicted when we talked pregame last week, you were telling your team that they better be prepared for some new things, some unexpected things out of our opponent that we had played just 2 weeks before. And it played out that way, didn't it?
Yeah, well, every week we talk about that what we do on offense, you're going to see different coverages. You're going to see people make some adjustments to try to, prevent the big plays or prevent a lot of our intermediate plays. And, so we always stress the fact that when you get out there, don't panic that you're not seeing what you saw in practice that week. We're going to make the adjustments, and we're going to take what they give us, and we're going to, just biggest thing we talk about is moving the sticks the first drive. Just keep those chains moving, and everything's going to be fine. And, when you play a team so close, we 2 weeks and you're playing the same team, there's kind of a false sense of confidence. Well, they did this, so they'll probably do that. So, we talked about it. Last time we played, they did something that they had not done on film to take away your passing game. But I felt like our kids adjusted great, and we just started running the football at that. And we, as they say, we did what we're supposed to do. We took what they gave, and we wound up racking up 300 yards offense. And defensively, our group came out there and played very physical and shut them out. And we knew that on the offensive side, they would probably do some different things to us on that side. So the biggest thing I stressed last week in practice was we need to stay patient. Be patient. Don't get anxious if things aren't going right. Don't get frustrated. Just stay patient and take what they give you. And, on defense, just adjust to what they do, and things start to work out. And I thought our kids did a great job of that. And, you talk about the low-scoring game. For us, if you watch our first drive, it was we made them 3 and out. They came out and tried to run. Our defense did what they needed to do, and they punted the football to us. And then we moved the football. We were moving the chains. They made some adjustments to what they had done previously, and they still had to take away our big plays. And we drove the ball down. Actually had a penalty back us up down around the 10, and it stalled a drive out. So we kicked the field goal, got our points. And, so I thought our group did a good job. But the big thing was there was a lot of time taken off the clock. And then they got the football back, and they've got, they had some great players. You got to think, you've got to understand when you take Simpson Academy, these guys have played for the state championship the last 2 years. And, And so these guys know how to win. They know how to play big game, and a lot of these guys were seniors that had started on those teams. So they got a formation that kind of spread us out a little bit, and they let the quarterback go to work. And he's a great player, both with his what he can do running the football, what he can do passing the football. And so they had a big play. We got down, and as a coach, I was really proud how our kids responded to that. We're down 6-3 in a game that 2 weeks ago we won 27-0, and kind of dominated defensively. Now we're down. We came right back. We scored. We made it 10-6, and then both teams just kind of battled each other. We got in halftime, saw what looked at what was going on our film, and we're able to come out, take advantage of some stuff, and next thing you know, we're making some huge plays. Now I had 3 touchdowns. Weaver had a touchdown. Both of them, had over 100 yards receiving. George had 340 something passing with 4 touchdowns, I believe, and. But our patience allowed for those big plays to come. We felt like they'd take our run game away. In essence, they were better against our run this time. But Adcock wound up with 94 yards. We had over 100 yards rushing. So I felt like offensively we played a complete game. I thought both sides. Both sides of our offense, say passing and running, did a great job. And I think it goes back to them remaining patient, taking what they give us. We kept pounding the ball at them to keep them honest on the passing game. And that allowed us to get some big things, in the backside of that defense, and allowed us to score. Once we got the 2-score lead, I think then Simpson knew they were, there was an urgency to make plays. And they've got guys that can make plays, and some of their guys made plays, and every time they would get it back within 1 score, we would come back and respond and get it. And there was a point where we ended up getting up 3 scores on them. And so, overall, I was proud of our kids, because nobody, understands how, the difficulty of playing somebody twice. It's hard to beat somebody twice. Well, the reason for that is just on one side you have a group that says, hey, we won, and, do we need to change anything? The other side is we lost. We can't change everything, but we've got to play better. We got to give you a little more motivation to go in and do better. And I thought our kids understood that. They realized that. We didn't overemphasize that point, but I think our kids understood that it was going to be a tough game, and they did a super job of responding every time they needed to, and were able to win. And like I said, the 2 wins were very different, but that just shows you, football, the way you play the game can be totally different from week to week.
I thought during that low-scoring first half, it was the Rebel defense who really stepped up. We denied them a couple of times when they got deep in our territory and held them without any point.
Yes. Oh, yeah. In today's football, playing defense is just, early in my career, I was a defensive coordinator. And, this is back in the, in the 90s. And, it was a different game. People would put 3 backs in the backfield. They would put, 2 backs in the backfield. They ran at you, and that's what you had to get ready for. Nowadays, you get ready for so much. I mean, it's just like you said. After the score was, I believe it was, I guess it was 10-6, or it might have been 6-3 at the time. They got in there for a short yardage play. They got into wishbone. I mean, Simpson's main formation Friday night was an empty set. But they'll get that wishbone on you, and they try to play action pass, and Jack Harkins did a super job of sitting there on it and picked it off. It allowed us to go score, and I believe that's what it was. I believe that's what you get old, you start forgetting things. I know Jack had a huge interception down there, but I don't know what score it was. But anyway, he has a huge play for us. And but that's playing defensive football today. I mean, you're asking these linemen on this play, these D linemen to get those, as I say, get those 4-point stances and anchor themselves in their low. And the next time they snap football, you've got an empty set, and they're having to chase the speed sweep down. So it's a lot to prepare for today. And coaches do a good job of mixing things in and giving you different looks. And so it's a lot to prepare for. So today's football, you can say a defense played really well, and sometimes they give up some points. But like I said, it's a lot to defend nowadays.
Up next, Coach Pickens will talk to us about getting prepped for this long road trip that we've made up to Senatobia. And we'll talk about playoffs and a lot more ahead as these pregame continues.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper. Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station. Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank hovers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you. Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, scents, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there. Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Welcome back to the Wendy's pregame. 7 o'clock kickoff between the Rebels and the Chiefs of Magnolia Heights coming up. It's the 5A state semifinals. And Coach Brian Pickens is with us. First of all, Coach, I think as I was driving back last week, I was thinking about the scores that were coming to me across the radio from the other 5A quarterfinal games. And once again, I think the MAIS PowerPoint system was the genius of it was shown because basically all the games except for one were really tight, well-contested games. And I think the system we have is well designed to create some really good postseason matchups.
Oh, it really is. And I want to say something about our association also. We are always looking into those PowerPoints each and every year, always looking to perfect them. They're always analyzed every year to make sure that we're getting what we want out of that. Like I've told you, I know 100 times on this show, that PowerPoint system is trying to encourage teams to play better competition. And, so a lot of times you do see matchups and people can ask, why would you play a bigger team? Well, number one, to play a bigger team makes you better once you get to your district because, you want to see, I always say this, I want to see a faster, more physical game. And so that you get that from playing up. You're playing guys that are used to playing fast, playing physical, and then your team has to match that intensity. So then when you get into your district and things like that, you're able to step up your game a little bit. But in the past, it was only for that reason. It was only for the reason to make yourself better. And you you had to be careful, though, if you lost too many games, what was going to happen to you. So you always had to be careful. But the PowerPoints encourages people to play the higher levels, play the bigger teams, play the better teams. And, because you get rewarded for how many wins they get, what size school they are. And so that's why they were actually adopted. And then when you talk about just ranking 5A schools, with the PowerPoints, you do get a sense of who's your best teams. And so now it's not a north-south where the South may have 3 juggernauts down there that have to just battle to the state championship. Now with the PowerPoint system, those 3 good teams will be dispersed throughout the whole state. And so when you get to the state championship, you feel like you're playing with the 2 best teams in your league.
Of course, we're matched up with Magnolia Heights tonight. The other side of the bracket, Copiah and Park Lane, should be an excellent game. Coach, I want to ask you about, really kind of what's going on today. We haven't taken a trip this long since about this time last year. We took the long trip in the playoffs, first round last year down to Silliman. What's the game day schedule like? How do you get things ready for how you help the team deal with a long road trip like this one?
The biggest thing is you want to have that consistency, and you want that consistency to be at school. You want everything to be as normal as it is on Friday as it is on Monday. And, that's always been my philosophy. We do the pep ride at the same time so that everything, so that class, everything it's just you have this consistent flow because we always say we want you to practice like you play. Well, how you prepare to go to practice is how you're going to play that game on Friday night. Now, of course, we practice about 3 and we play at 7. So there's some differences, but you want everything to be consistent. So, they'll start off with a normal school day. They'll go to their classes, and then, depending on how long the trip is when we, decide that we need to leave going up there. And so, long trips, of course, you have to eat on the road, which is different. But when we went up to Bayou, and during the regular season, I do personally, I like a long road trip. A lot of times people will get a schedule and they'll see it and they'll think, why would we want to play all the way over there? Well, we do that because the regular season gets you ready for when it counts, and that's postseason. So a lot of times if you see a long road trip on our schedule, it's because I want to eat on the road. I want to take our kids when it's a regular season game. Sometimes, and really I like them when they're non-conference. Most conference games are closer. A non-conference, long road trip. You have to leave school. You have to make sure you got all your stuff, and then you get to eat on the road. So now stop it at a restaurant, going in, you eat, get back on that bus, and then arrive at the field. And then after that, again, it goes back to that consistency. We plan to get any place we go to at 5 o'clock, whether we're playing at Starkville or we're playing at East Rankin or we're playing at Magnolia Heights. We want to arrive about 5 o'clock. And so there is that little change in scenery, but then you're back on that consistent schedule of when you're going to tape, when you're going to go out. And so, but I try to be consistent at home. I try to be consistent if we're playing 30 minutes down the road. Everything is, you want it to all, be the same for them so their minds aren't, everywhere wondering. And, of course, we talk to them on Thursday. This is what we're going to do. We're going to peperize at this time, and then we're going to leave at this time. So you're going to get out this time and, pack your stuff up. And a lot of times those road trips are important because, you get to this point in time, you don't want to forget anything. And so that's another big thing is making sure everybody's got everything packed and have all their stuff ready to go and all that. But like you said, a long road trip isn't much different than a trip up to Starkville, except for what time you eat the pregame meal and where you're eating the pregame meal. So
we'll take another break, and when we come back, Coach, we'll talk about tonight's matchup between the Rebels and Magnolia Heights. You want to hear that? Stay with us as Leake Academy football continues.
I sure do like my new hunting rifle. I bought it over at Ozark Ag. When I went in, they had such a great selection. Took me a while to make up my mind. I have it sighted in now, and I'm ready for the big bucks. Tomorrow I'm going back over to Ozark Ag and stock up on ammo. While I'm there, I just might check out those deer stands. Hey, honey, I know you're listening. Make sure you shop for me at Ozark Ag. They're on Highway 16 West,
Carthage.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-through and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Big discounts at Triple M Motors. That's right. Big dealer discounts plus GM consumer rebates means you save big. Not in the market for a new ride? Check out our pre-owned. Triple M Motors carries a good selection of SUVs, cars, and trucks. Stop by or check us out on the web at triplemmotors.com. That's triplemmotors.com.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
It's the final segment of the Wendy's pregame, our coach interview with Rebels head coach Brian Pickens. Coach, we've made this trip up to North Mississippi. We're seeing a stadium we haven't seen before, an opponent we haven't seen before in the Gridiron in Magnolia Heights. They are the 2 seed in the 5A bracket and swept through the North Division. They won their last 10 ball games. As you would expect, when you get it down to 4 teams, you're going to see a talented, powerful, well-coached team on the other side of the line.
That's right. You say that, it kind of shocked me a little bit, but, this is the first time these 2 teams have ever met. And it's our association, 54 years, when back in the, probably the 70s, 80s, Leake was a 2A school. Magnolia Heights was a 2A school all those years, but they never met then. And then in the modern era, they've never met. I thought that was kind of unusual that the 2 teams had never met. And, and you're talking to a guy who's probably been in the association 30 years, and then before that, played in this association. And I will tell you, I've racked my brain all week. I don't think I've ever coached, even I know as a head coach I hadn't, but as an assistant coach, I don't think I've ever coached against Magnolia Heights. So this is a completely uncharted territory. But I am familiar with the school. I've known their headmaster's been good friends with their headmasters up there, and then their head coach Russ Whiteside does a super job. Actually, me and Russ actually were assistant coaches together a long time ago. So, I'm familiar with everybody up there. It's just we have not played each other. But we kind of get back to the football aspect of it. I see both teams are very similar. Both teams have a lot of confidence in what they do. Both teams play extremely hard, and I'm talking about ours and theirs. You got 2 groups that have a lot of pride in their school. You're talking about kids that have grown up in these programs, and they know how important football is to both schools, and they accept the challenge of being the next group to as I say, run with that flag for their schools. And so you see a lot of similarity there. And then you've got 2 quarterbacks. Their quarterback has done a great job for them this year, throwing the ball, running the ball. George has done a good job for us. George gets a lot of, most of his accolades come through his passing, but George, he's one. He loves it when we're running. He's always saying, we can call his number when we need to, but and he's very effective when he does that. So, like I said, I see a lot of similarity in the team. So, it's good. I think it'll be a great matchup tonight.
It will. We're going to see maybe the best dual threat quarterback that we've seen this year in Jack Prosek, and a team that has impressed me also looking through their season and their schedule. They found themselves with some second half deficits and have been able to overcome them. And this is a team that knows how to win and come from behind.
Oh yeah, and that's very dangerous. You take their heritage game. They were tied up with about a minute something left to go in the game, and threw a touchdown pass to take the lead, and they wound up beating Heritage 35-28. You take their Starkville victory. They drove down and kicked a field goal with 8 seconds left to go in the game to take that win. So there's more examples of that out there of them coming back. And so, as a coach, you have to respect that fact that, you've got a team that, can strike at any time. They've got a great football team, but they know how to respond. And, that's the thing that I've always said about our kids. Our kids know how to respond. So, as a coach, you respect that, and, you have to take that in consideration as you get prepared for them, that, you've got a team you got to get ready for, those 1 minute drives down the field, and how are you going to stop them?
Coach Pickens, thanks for your time. And of course, as always, good luck to you and the Rebels in this semifinal game. I'm counting on the fact that the expiration date on our 2024 season is not today. Let's see how it plays out. Good luck to you and the Rebels against the Chiefs tonight.
All right, well, I appreciate it.
Coach Brian Pickens joining us on the Wendy's pregame, and we'll take another break, come back, and then Sam Rigby's going to join me. We'll talk about the 5A state playoffs. We'll talk a little more about this matchup tonight, and then before you know it, it's kickoff between the Rebels and Magnolia Heights. So stay with us as Leake Academy football continues.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Whether you have a honey-do list or a big-time construction project, Small Town Rental is ready to deliver. From mini excavators, skid steers, trenchers, tillers, augers, and so much more. You'll find Small Town Rentals on Highway 16 in Carthage, across from the hospital. And they even deliver so you can get results instead of excuses. Follow Small Town Rental on Facebook and find out how Blair Purvis, the guy with the pink gooseneck trailer, can help you reserve your equipment today. Tune in next time when you'll hear Little Bit say,
I'm meant for my daddy so he can buy me more horses.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Hey, it's Toby from Wendy's. Picture a Baconator. The 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon, the hot and juicy beef, the pretzel bun. Wait, pretzel bun? A pretzel Baconator. And it's only here for a limited time? And right now you can get $3 off mobile orders of $15 or more with the offer in the Wendy's app? This changes everything. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new Pretzel Baconator.
Limited time only. Or participating U.S. Wendy's. $15 minimum required before taxes and fees. Account registration required.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Now, Bob, when we started the Bring Your Kid to Work Day, this wasn't exactly what we had in mind.
I'm sorry, but they're my babies. We're about to go grab lunch and then head to the farm.
Well, where are you headed?
Rosebud General Store out there in Rosebud on Highway 487 East. Nothing but the best for my babies. They got everything you need for your farming family.
Well, your calf sure is sweet. Does she have a name?
That there's the Cow Patty.
Whoa. Let me get this straight. You named her Cow Patty?
No, sir. It's what you stepped in.
Ew.
Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East.
Boswell Media Sports.
The Wendy's pregame heats up on a cool night in North Mississippi. Senatobia is where we are. The number 3 seed Leake Academy Rebels and the number 2 seed Magnolia Heights Chiefs are prepping for a 7 o'clock kickoff in the MAIS 5A semifinals. You can watch tonight's broadcast on the Triple M Motors video stream. Got the camera set up. It's all rolling from the top of the visitors' press box, and a link is available at kicks96news.com. We're powered by Central Electric Power Association. Brooklyn Wade is behind the camera, I think. Yes, she is. She will be shortly. And Billy Steen's our studio engineer. Sam Rigby standing by. Gaten Bell's up here just in case we need help, and we appreciate it. And I'm Philip Palmertree, but first, here are the starting lineup. Sam's going to bring it to you, but first I'll remind you that your friends at Prince Oil present the starting lineups for Leake Academy football. Don't forget all the great locations of the Junction all over Central Mississippi. I used the one in Newton just yesterday, and you can find them in Newton, in Philadelphia, Louisville, Union, Macon, Scuba, Oxford, Carthage, and Ridgeland. And let's turn it over to Sam.
Let's bring you these Prince Oil starting 5 we have for United. On the defensive line, starting out at defensive end is Owen Hitt, number 30, and Hagen Bobo in the middle with Gage Bennett. Hagen Bobo, number 58, and Gage Bennett, number 8 here, holding down the middle of the defensive line. And the other defensive end, number 20, Pete Peebles. And our linebacker crew consists of number 9, Tyler Winstead, number 16, Kobe Kemp, number 21, Grayson McDonald, and also some of our safeties tonight. It'll be Matthew Nowell, number 6, baller alert, and Braden Welch, number 24. Also along that defensive back for the Rebels is number 12, Joshua Gray at corner, and Jack Harkins on the other side at corner. And I feel like I'm missing somebody else.
Did you get Braden Welch at Rover?
And Braden Welch at Rover. That's the one who's missing. So that rounds up your Rebels starting defense. Let's move over to the Rebel offense, moving in off the big performance they had last week, and starting at left tackle, number 76, Hayden Jenkins. Mick Putledge, number 78 at left guard. Holding down the middle at the center position, number 72, Connor Moore. 54, Tanner Walsworth at right guard. And number 61, Sean McDill at right tackle. Rebels receivers be number 22, Mathen Weaver. Number 6, Matthew Nowell, also Jack Harkins, number 5. Major Chandler at the tight end spot, number 13. And in the backfield will be Garrett Adcock, number 19, at running back. And right beside Adcock will be the QB1, George Wilcox. And that is your Prince Oil starting lineups tonight.
Thank you, Sam. And Sam is the Gilbert Barham color commentator, and that sponsorship and honoring the late ball coach Gilbert Barham is presented by good folks at Rosebud General Store. Hey, let's tell you about the weather tonight. Last week we were at Thagard Field and we were wearing shorts. It was warm, but now it feels like November. It feels like the playoffs, cool all over the state. It's 54 in Tobytown right now with northeast wind about 5 miles per hour, gusting a little bit more than that. Looking at a big flag up in the north end zone, and the flags are waving a little bit in the breeze, and that's 79% humidity, so it just feels like an early November night. It feels like playoff football, and we're glad to have you here with us. I was out on the field earlier. It's a grass surface here at James E. Cahill Field that they call the Hill up here in Senatobia, and they've taken on some rain. I think it rained on them during their game last Friday night, and then it looks like it's rained some more this week. So the field is a little bit soft, and especially I noticed between the numbers and the sidelines, especially on the home side, which is you're looking at it on the Triple M Motors video stream, is going to be the far end. It's pretty soft in some places. So footing could be a little tricky at times, but the grass is cut low, field's a little bit soft, but it's a really good facility they've recently redone. And field conditions and weather presented by the Leake County Co-op. Let's talk about this ball game. We're down to the Final Four, Sam, and we're seeing a team that Leake Academy's never played before, and it's a team that looks kind of familiar. Kind of feels like we look in the mirror in some ways when we see the Chiefs.
Absolutely. Mag Heights on the year, coming in a record of 10-2. They've won 9 straight and haven't lost a game since August when they played North Point Christian. So they've won 10 in a row. Mag Heights has, but last week they played a common opponent in Lamar, who the Rebels played earlier this season, and Mag Heights beat Lamar 31-21 in a game that brings us to tonight in this MAIS semifinals. But like you said, Philip, this is a very very similar mirror image of the two. They've got a great junior quarterback in Cole Prozek, who's a good mobile quarterback. He's good in design run plays and likes to move around the pocket a good bit. And the Rebel defense will have a tall task tonight of containing Prozek as he likes to scramble and open up plays down the field. And also with Jack Price, a sophomore running back, and the Rebels have a really good sophomore running back as well, and Garrett Adcock. But Jack Price, a sophomore running back, a quick and shifty running back, could be good to see, in a pair of senior wide receivers for this Mag Heights Chiefs team with Hayden Jones on the outside and Braden Burford, number 1 and 7. Some guys to keep an eye on tonight as we go forward with this matchup, and this will be a good test for the Rebels as they face a team in Mag Heights that's very similar. Like we mentioned, they got a junior at quarterback. The Rebels got a junior at quarterback. A sophomore, good starting running back, and the Rebels got a good sophomore and 2 very talented outside wide receivers for Mag Heights, just like the Rebel offense.
And the film that I watched on Magnolia Heights, I found their defense looks a lot like ours. A lot of guys about the same, seem to be about the same size. They play in similar styles. They both are holding opponents to right at 19, 20 points a season. The Chiefs average just under 30 points a game offensively. Now your Rebels are getting up toward 40 points a game through the season, and they have been more explosive than the Chiefs have. But the other thing about the Chiefs, I mentioned it in the opening, Coach and I talked about it, I'm going to mention it again. This is a team that has come from behind again and again and again. If you've got them down even double digits in the second half, don't start celebrating. These guys are seasoned. They're resilient, and they have just kept coming back and coming back. So they're a team that's going to play down to the final second on the clock, and that's what you want this time of year. And I'll mention, of course, the other semifinal features 5th-seeded Copiah Academy. The Colonels playing down south at Park Lane, Southwest Mississippi, the 1 seed. I've got a text conversation going with Benji Embry, who's the voice of the Park Lane Pioneers, and he and I are going to swap score updates after each quarter of tonight's game. So if all goes according to plan, we'll be able to keep you up to date on the Copiah Park Lane game while you enjoy the broadcast tonight on the Triple M Motors video and audio stream. If we win tonight, we move on to the championship game next week against either Copiah or Park Lane. That'll be at Jackson Academy, 3 o'clock next Friday afternoon. I'll go ahead and say it, and we'll say it if we get the outcome we want. We will have an audio-only broadcast of that game next week. You can access it on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel, but we are not allowed to do video. MAIS holds exclusive rights to that for the Raider Network, and they have exclusive access to that. But Sam and I plan to be there next week if our Rebels are there. So I've told you in advance in case, so I didn't have to wait and then forget.
We don't want some angry calls coming in if we're there next week about where the stream is, but we'll definitely have it on here on audio for everybody.
But one other thing, talking about tonight's game, injury-wise, Coach tells me we're about as healthy as we've been in quite a few weeks, and so feeling good about that. And really, when you get this deep in the playoffs, it probably means you've had some luck in getting through injuries, avoiding catastrophic injuries at certain positions, and that's something to be happy about. There's a big Leake Academy crowd here, as you know, and we appreciate people, not just Leake fans, but I know there are folks all over Mississippi paying attention tonight, and thank all of you. We thank all of you for watching, and some of you in Central Mississippi listening on Cruising 98.3 FM, your Christmas station. And the Chiefs captains are already on the field. They're in Navy helmets and Cardinal uniforms with white numbers and gray pants. Rebels are in the white jerseys with the Navy numbers, white football pants. Rebels up the side in Navy and the Navy helmets, just like you would expect for a road playoff games. Here's some of the other games going on in 6A semifinals. Jackson Academy at Jackson Prep, Hartfield at MRA. Those are the two 6A semifinals. Columbia at Tri-County is one of the 4A semis. Wayne at Bowling Green is the other. It's a couple of one area team playing in 2A semifinal action. Newton County Academy up this way playing at DeSoto tonight, and Tunica at Humphreys in 2A. And then in the public school playoffs, some of the area teams, Lake Cormorant playing at Neshoba Central, 6A playoffs. Kosciuszko at Shannon, Lanier at Forest in 4A playoffs. And then Northside at Philadelphia in 2A, also Union at LaFleur County. Of course, the Rebels beat Union earlier this year. And then 1A, Sebastopol and Charleston. Also Scott Central playing at Raleigh. So there's a lot of area teams playing as the Rebel captains come down, shake hands with the officials down below us. Of course, we'll have the Rebel sideline and the Rebel crowd below us tonight. So that'll help the audio experience of the game for Leake Academy fans. But the Rebel captains are Owen Hitt, Gage Bennett, Grayson McDonald, and Jack Harkins. Last time the Rebels were in the semifinals was 3 years ago, 2021. We had a home game against Copiah and got eliminated that night. The Rebels were the 1 seed in the 5A playoffs that year. The Rebels the 3 seed now playing against the 2, who is, as Sam mentioned, got a 31-21 victory over Lamar to get here, and guess what they did? They came from behind. Excuse me. While Sam keeps an eye on the coin toss, I'm going to say thanks again for everybody playing Kicks Picks. The grand prize winner wins a Pro 780 Traeger pellet grill from Ozark Ag in Carthage. We also appreciate the official Football Friday Food Stop chicken nuggets in Carthage. Teams are lining up. Tell us about the coin toss.
Well, it's just been announced that the Rebels have won the coin toss and chosen to defer to the second half, so that means that Magnolia Heights will be starting out our ball game, receiving the kickoff.
Last week it was the Rebel passing game, going for nearly 350 yards, 100-plus receiving yardage nights for Mathen Weaver and Matthew Nowell. We'll see how this one unfolds.
Got some fireworks on the Chiefs sideline.
All right. Warning.
Hopefully,
may emit a shower of sparks.
Hey, hopefully we remember some fireworks all over the field tonight on both sides. That'd be a good game for us.
That's right. Maybe they'll spend all their fireworks right now. And we'll save ours for the 4 quarters of action.
That's right.
That's the way to move forward off that. Good job. You'll hear that familiar war chant tonight. Here come the Rebels. Rebels 8-3 on the year. Have won their last 5. Magnolia Heights' only loss was to MRA. MRA came up here and just put an absolute whipping on them. But but they have recovered and won 10 games in a row. We'll take a break and come back with kickoff as Leake Academy football continues.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pets. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Hey, this is Melissa Trussell with Chipley Squareview Inn & Venue. Let us open the door to endless possibilities. Our vintage and quaint atmosphere, modern amenities, and multiple levels make us the perfect place for both your most cherished moments and exciting events. From the rooftop patio and historic hotel rooms to the exquisite chapel and downstairs venue, I know Chipley's is just the place for you. Chipley Squareview Inn & Venue, the place to experience, located on North Pearl Street, across from the courthouse in Carthage. Book your private tour today and let's plan your next event.
Hello, Rebel fans. It's time for kickoff. Moore's Pharmacy welcomes you to an exciting night of Friday night football. Moore's Pharmacy takes great pride in supporting Leake Academy Rebels, the perfect place to start your weekend. Okay, Rebels, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
Bill Palmertree and Sam Rigby with you at The Hill. Got to learn the lingo up here. We're not used to coming up here, so trying to be fast learners.
We're a little from off in this neck of the woods up here in North Mississippi.
We are. I could smell Memphis barbecue from here. The Rebels will be kicking off right to left from the visitor side bleachers. First quarter of tonight's game is presented by Carthage Collision Center. Hope you're ready for MAIS 5A semifinals. Leake and Magnolia Heights meeting for the first time ever. Last state championship for the Rebels was 2020. The last one for the Chiefs was 2006. They won what was then the 3A championship. The Rebels 2020 championship was in a 4A classification. Memorable season in 2020. The Rebels trying to get back to the state championship game. They're 48 minutes away from doing just that. Going to have to play well, play their game, and usually playoff games come down to who makes the critical mistakes.
Protecting the ball will be key for the Rebels tonight on the offensive end. We saw last week, no fumbles, no interceptions on the Rebel offense, and here we go.
Sky kick. Taken at the 24. Moving to the outside. Past some defenders, 40. Tripped up at the 41. Ty Young, ninth grader, doing a good job following some blocks and setting up Magnolia Heights with good field position. They'll say he stepped out of bounds at the 40. That's where the Chiefs will start. They'll come out in a 3 wide receiver set. An H-back set to the left. Running back to the right of Proseg was a big part of their running game. Handed off straight ahead. Good gain. Leaning forward for 9, close to 10 for Jack Price.
Jack Price, a guy we're going to see a good bit of tonight, a young sophomore running back, has a really good eye for the field and can find the holes in that offensive line from the Chiefs, and Rebel defense is up for a tall task tonight trying to contain Jack Price.
He got the nose of the ball just to the line to gain, so a gain of 10 and a first down. 3 wide receivers out to the right. Throw it out quickly. Ball goes off the hands of Braden Burford, incomplete. Rebels had Tyler Winstead, Matthew Nowell, and Joshua Gray out there to defend. 2nd and 10.
Ball's not wet tonight with no rain on the field, but this is a little bit colder temperature. Ball's coming out a little bit quicker to the receivers. To be an adjustment both teams will have to make as it gets a little cooler outside.
1 wide receiver left, 2 to the right. Junior quarterback Cole Prosek is an outstanding baseball prospect, has Division I offers in his pocket. Hands off. Price gets to the outside, gets into Leake territory, and churns his way close to the first down near the Rebel 40. And they say first down, 2 10-yard rushing gains for Mr. Price. They look back to the sideline. Coach Russ Whiteside, whom Leake fans know as a former basketball coach at Heritage. Not a football coach, but basketball coach. 3-man front for the Rebels. Keeper this time, Prosek, breaks 1 tackle and should pick up 5 to the 35-yard line before Gage Bennett and Grayson McDonald get him to the turf.
Looks like Kobe Kemp was one of the first Rebels to shoot through that line and had an opportunity to bring down Prosek in the backfield, but Prosek just keeping those legs moving, broke Kemp's tackle and was able to get positive yards for the Chiefs.
Chiefs send Burford and Jones out to the left. Hartzog out to the right. There's a whistle. Looked like some early movement on the line of scrimmage. Illegal procedure, the preliminary indication against the Chiefs. They'll move back to the 40. It'll be 2nd and 10. Or maybe back to the 41. See where they set it down. Set it down at the 40. 2nd and 10. Opening possession of the ball game. We're 2 minutes deep. Price takes the handoff, looking for a room to run. His patience pays off as he's able to move straight up the field for a gain of about 7 to the 33. Gets 7 down to the 33, and Kobe Kemp tackled him.
Price getting at least over 5 yards every time he's carried the ball tonight, and Rebel defense is going to have to adjust to Price as he's made some good runs tonight, breaking through the Chief offensive line.
The Chiefs have a big offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
3rd down and 3. Run to the outside. Good for the first down and more. 20, 15, 10, 5. And cruising into the end zone from 33 yards out is Jack Price. So Magnolia Heights scores on the opening drive of the game, and they've got a 6-0 lead with the extra point coming.
Majority of that drive, the Magnolia Heights Chiefs just kept it on the ground with Jack Price and had a couple of gains for 10 yards, then burst through that time for a big 33-yard run and puts the Chiefs up top here early in the first quarter.
Left-footed kicker Cash Jackson boots it up, and it is good. 9:17 to go first quarter. Chiefs 7 and Leake nothing. We'll be back as Leake Academy playoff football continues.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-thru and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Cass Jackson, he'll boot it high and short. Fair catch made the 26 by Matthew Nowell. Leake takes over for their first offensive possession with 9:17 to go, down 7-0 first quarter.
First drive for the Chiefs, they managed to capitalize on a 33-yard touchdown run by Jack Price, and Price with a couple of big runs on the drive really set up the Magnolia Heights Chiefs for an early 7-0 lead over the Rebels. Early in the first quarter, that's your performance therapy reset.
6 plays, 60 yards. Scoring drive. 2 backs in the backfield, 3-man front for Mag Heights. Play action, Wilcox going to put it up deep. There's Matthew Nowell, he's behind a defender, catches it at the 35. He is off to the races, 10, 5, and the Rebels have arrived in one play. 6 for the Rebels, 74 yards. Wilcox to Nowell. Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting. Wow.
Rebels come out early, bringing the boom on the first drive of the night, capitalizing off a big Magnolia Heights touchdown. Rebels responding in one play and right back in it.
That possession took all of 12 seconds. Now Matthew Nowell will line up to kick the extra point. He boots it through the uprights. We're tied at 7 with 9:05 to go in the first quarter of this MAIS 5A semifinal game. We'll be back.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
Matthew Nowell's lined up. Ball teed up at the 40 for the Morris Pharmacy kickoff. Boots it end over end toward the right hash, taken at the 28. Brought up the near side by Griff Hill. Griff Hill's upended at the 41. That's where the Chiefs will start in this 7-7 semifinal game.
Rebels only needed one play on their first drive, opening up the night. A one-play, 74-yard Matthew Nowell touchdown grab from QB1 George Wilcox. It's going to be Nowell's 23rd touchdown on the year, and that's your performance therapy reset on one-play touchdown.
2 men split to the wide side of the field left, one to the right. The shotgun set. Prosek hands it to Price, but whistles stop everything. We have to be a little extra vigilant tonight because the officials got his back to us when he's making the signal. It's a legal procedure against the Chiefs.
And that's 2 early penalties on this Chief offensive line with the legal procedure or false starts. They've had 2 of them here in the first 5 minutes of play.
1st and 15. Hand off to Price, sweeping left side into the open field, 45-50 as the first down, and the Rebels stack him up along the 46 in Leake territory. And right now the Magnolia Heights rushing game is shredding the Rebels right now. Pete Peebles and Matthew Nowell in with some others on the stop.
Price is in the backfield for the Chiefs, getting about just whatever he wants. They've been keeping it on the ground, and Price has been capitalizing early for Magnolia Heights in this first quarter.
1st and 10, line of scrimmage the 47. After a gain of 16 on first down. Little pump fake once, twice. Chase from the pocket, Prosek. They like to get him outside. He runs, still stays on his feet, breaking one tackle, and goes inside the 40. Picks up about 8 on first down to the Leake 39. Braden Welch chased him down.
Prosek had time to make a throw down the field. Offensive line protected him pretty well, but didn't like what he saw and was able to get outside of this Rebel defense and pick up positive yards for the Chiefs.
Clock under 7:50 in the first quarter. 7-7 game. Here's the handoff to Price, and he gets tripped up in the backfield. Middle linebacker Kobe Kemp tackles him for a loss back to the 40. Well, it's Kobe Kemp doing Kobe Kemp things.
Great job by Kobe Kemp. He's been one of the leading tacklers for the Rebel defense this year and was able to just take out Price's legs, dove right for him, and got him off of his feet and brought him down and brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 3. The Chiefs scored their touchdown on a 3rd and 3 run. See if they stay on the ground here. H-back set to the left. They'll keep it. Prosek getting outside the numbers 40. And he's able to get out of bounds before he gets hit. Goes out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks for Mag Heights.
Rebel defense looked like it was reading Jack Price on 3rd down. They were going to let anybody but Price beat him on 3rd, and it was Prosek on the read option keeper to bounce it outside and pick it up for a 1st down for the Chiefs.
Leake Academy was flagged for sideline warning. No penalty yardage the first time that happens. Line of scrimmage, the Rebel 30. Clock stop with 7:02 to play in the Carthage Collision Center first quarter. Rebels with a 4-man front. So a different look this time. Keeper Prosek. Owen hit. Grabs him around the waist before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Takes him down for a loss of a yard.
Owen Hitt was able to break right through this Chief offensive line and make a great tackle in the backfield. Gets one of the first tackle for losses we've had tonight in this running attack by the Chiefs offense.
Zone read play that time. And as we mentioned, Prosek is a big part of their rushing attack. They don't mind letting him take off with it. Has Price set on his left hip. 3 wide receivers. Now they move Price out in motion to the right. Looking downfield to throw. Prosek. Low throw. Caught along the 21, 22-yard line. A little bit short of what they need for the first down. Braden Burford went to his knees to get it. Catches it at the 21. That's a gain of 10 on the play. Leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Pretty good chance the Chiefs are going to keep it on the ground, either going to be Price or Prosek on this 3rd and short. Rebel defense got to be ready for this run that is going to be coming their way.
Third down play. Rebels gang up at the line of scrimmage. Handoff Price, sidesteps a defender, leans forward. Looks like he's inside the 20, near the 19. They'll mark him down at the 20, but that should be enough to move the chains. And it is first down for the Chiefs. Pete Peebles coming off the field. Caden Monk comes in to take his place. Pete Peebles looks like he's in some pain, maybe with that left shoulder, left arm.
That's a loss for this Rebel defense. Hopefully Pete will be fine going the rest of the way, but he definitely looked in some pain coming off the field.
1st and 10 for Magnolia Heights. Price trying to put a move on McDonald. Gets to the outside, and then help arrives in the person of Joshua Gray. He brings him down. But a good gain. Gets it down to, looking at the angle here, about the 14-yard line.
Second down and 3 now for the Chiefs. From
Actually, the 13, so a gain of 7, second and 3. First down has been critical for the Chiefs. They've moved the ball pretty well on first down so far in this opening quarter. Second and 3, they're in the David Barham Insurance red zone. Cut back to the inside. First down picked up inside the 10 for Price. He's down to the 6, and it's first and goal from the 6. Hagan Bobo, Jack Kemp got him down, but it's a first and goal for the Chiefs. Each team has scored on their opening offensive possession.
And this is a long drive for Magnolia Heights. Their upcoming 10th play of the drive, so Rebel defense a little bit fatigued on this long drive starting out the ball game.
Quarterback sweep. Caden Mock stops it. Don't think he got much at all. Maybe even lost a yard. So Monk comes in and makes his presence felt immediately with a tackle. Loss of a couple back to the 8-yard line. Good pursuit from the Rebels that time. A lot of white shirts in front of Prosek. That's what the Rebel defense is going to need to do to slow him down.
On first down, like you said, they've been getting a lot of success on first down, and a good stop by this Rebel defense on the first down, bringing up 2nd and 8.
Price out in motion in the right flat. Keeper up the middle. Prosek runs into resistance along the 6. Got the yards back, but Kobe Kemp just lowered the boom on him, stopped him right there. Third and goal for Magnolia Heights. .235 on a ticking first quarter clock. Big third and goal play. Just beyond the 5. Prosek wants to put it in the air. Got time. Chase from the pocket, looking left. Throws to the corner, and it's incomplete. And a late flag comes in along the area where the pass protection was.
Got to be wondering if it may be a holding on this Chiefs offensive line. Prosek was scrambling out to that left side.
Illegal lineman downfield is the call. Coach Brian Pickens will decline that penalty and put the Chiefs in 4th down. Looks like they'll bring out their kicker for a field goal attempt. It's a good job from the Rebel defense to hold Magnolia Heights out of the end zone.
And this is playoff football, so if the Chiefs want to try and do something a little tricky, they may do a fake field goal. The Rebels want to keep an eye on that as well and not just settle for just a field goal. Always got to be ready if fake comes your way.
Cass Jackson will indeed kick it. The kick is up and it's good. 2:16 to go in the quarter. And Magnolia Heights tacks on 3. They lead at 10-7 as we head to a commercial.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pet. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
Boswell Media Sports.
Cass Jackson comes forward on it for the Morris Pharmacy kickoff after the Mag Heights field goal. High kick again. Fair catch made at the 25-yard line by Matthew Dowell. Leake has run 1 offensive play and they'll start from the 25.
Last drive for the Magnolia Heights Chiefs, they managed to go 12 plays down the field, but it was ended by a field goal by the Chiefs inside the goal territory. So with 2:14 to go in the first quarter, Chiefs leading 10-7 over the Rebels. That's your performance therapy reset.
So 12 plays. They moved it 54 yards down the field, but the Rebels held them out of the end zone. 10-7 our score. 2:14 to go in the Carthage Collision Center first quarter. On the ground, good gain for Adcock. Still breaking tackles beyond the 35, and he finally goes down on his back at the 36. Gain of 11, and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Rebels going tempo, getting to the line really quick, trying to catch this Chiefs defense off guard. And then a flag comes in close to the line of scrimmage.
False start against the Rebels. See some frustration, some body language out there from some of the Rebels. First and 15. Three wide receivers in the formation. Wilcox looking to his left to throw. Putting it up high, putting it up deep for Nowell, but it's going to be intercepted inside the Magnolia Heights 30. Caught at the 29-yard line by Ty Young. They had bracketed coverage out there on Nowell, and he was able to play it like an outfielder.
George was looking downfield, trying to get a repeat of that first drive with a deep shot to Matthew Nowell, but the ball just sailed a little too long in the air, and the Chiefs were able to come down with it, get an interception, and bring the Chiefs offense back on the field.
First and 10 from the 29. Four wide out set. Now Prosek empties the backfield. Looking to throw, has good protection. Now he'll just get rid of it. Couldn't find anybody open. Had a couple of guys going deep, and the Rebels had them well covered.
There's good pressure brought in by Caden Monk on that right side or left side of the offensive line. Monk came in and forced Prosek to try and speed up his throw and couldn't find anybody, and he just managed to throw it away. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Take a receiver out and bring in the tight end, 18, Colton Robbins, who's part of their standard run set. 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Magnolia Heights 10, Leake 7. Jack Price runs, and the Rebels rock him after a 1-yard gain. Grayson McDonald hit him high after Gage Bennett and Kobe Kemp went low.
Price was trying to cut through this Chief offensive line, but it was Grayson McDonald just stood Jack Price up right when he was able to find an opening, and brings up 3rd and 9 for the Chief offense, one of the longest third downs they've seen so far tonight.
They'll take that tight end out, bring Griff Hill, receiver, into the game, put trips out to the left. And a single receiver to the right. Keep Price in the backfield with Cole Prosek. Prosek claps, goes on play action, throws under pressure. Pass caught up near the line to gain for the first down, but I think it's going to be just a little bit short, but not by much, up near between the 38 and 39-yard line.
That was a tough throw that Prosek had to make. Kind of had to sidearm that throw around Caden Monk, who was coming right towards Prosek with his arms up, and looks like it's going to be spotted short. Brings up 4th down and 1 for the Chiefs.
Yeah, ball marked at the 38. A little bit further back from where I thought it would be. 4th and 1. Need to watch for the hard count here if you're the Rebel defensive front. Bring linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. 4 down linemen. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Magnolia Heights 10, Leake 7 after 1 in this MAIS 5A semifinal. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
If spending days looking for top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
I sure do like my new hunting rifle. I bought it over at Ozark Ag. When I went in, they had such a great selection. Took me a while to make up my mind. I have it sighted in now, and I'm ready for the big bucks. Tomorrow I'm going back over to Ozark Ag and stock up on ammo. While I'm there, I just might check out those deer stands. Hey, honey, I know you're listening. Make sure you shop for me at Ozark Ag. They're on Highway 16 West. Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philip Palmertree and Sam Rigby up in Tate County tonight for the semifinals. Leake trails 10-7 after 12 minutes. Switch sides of the field, and the Chiefs will be moving right to left now. Fourth and 1 play ahead. Offense on the field. Prosek sweeping to the left side, and it's going to be very close. He made a little second effort, and then the linesman on the near side was just determined to give him every inch that he could. It looks like they're going to get the first down. They won't even measure.
And Kobe Kemp came in at the end of that play, and maybe Prosek was down, but Kobe Kemp came out of that scramble with the ball, so don't know if Prosek was already down. I guess that's what they're going to call in the field, but Kobe Kemp was knocking that ball out a little bit closer to when Prosek went down.
First and 10. Back to throw. Prosek's got a man open around midfield. Moving around. Getting hit hard is Burford. But he picks up about 14 and a first down to the Rebel 46.
Burford just ran to the first down marker and kind of sat down in that zone of the Rebel defense they showed, and Prosek was able to hit Burford for a first down gain for the Chiefs.
From the 46, first and 10. Back to throw. Prosek is well protected and throws over the middle. Pass dropped by the receiver, Hayden Jones. Coming on an in pattern. Matthew Nowell was back there with him. Incomplete, second and 10. Sam, I think the Chiefs' offensive line has done a good job protecting quarterback. I can think of only one time when Rebels have really been able to get pressure in his face.
Yeah, absolutely. Chiefs' offensive line standing tall, doing good in pass protection and run protection, giving some good opportunities for the Chiefs' offense so far.
Now the Rebels get him in the backfield, near midfield. Loss of about 4 on the play. Owen hit, and Caden Monk and Hagan Bobo met back of the quarterback, brought number 6 down for a loss of 4. Third down.
Owen hitting this Rebel defense, going right through this Chief offensive line. Haven't seen a lot of mishaps by the Chiefs offensive line tonight, but the Rebels able to capitalize and get a tackle for loss. Brings up third down and long for this Magnolia Heights offense.
Going to 10:25 in the second quarter, presented by Welch Forest Products. Third and long for Magnolia Heights. Trying to get to the Rebel 36 to keep the drive going. Good protection for Prosek. Still going back. Will throw it up off the back of his foot and throw it incomplete. And a late flag comes out. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Leake. Either holding or pass interference. Well away from where the ball was thrown. That was a ball that was just being thrown away.
I would agree with that that ball was going out of bounds and not really catchable.
Coach Pickens trying to follow the near side official and give his version of what happened, which probably coincides with our version of how that played out. Not sure that's a flag that should be thrown. Moves it to the 35, and that gives them a first down by 1 yard. 2-by-2 receivers. One running back in the backfield. Plenty of time with the play clock for Prosek. Give it to Price. Rebels surround him. Grayson McDonald with the tackle for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
Early in this first quarter, it was the Chiefs' rushing attack that was really burning the Rebel defense, but so far on this drive, they've made some great stops in the rushing game, and it's been the passing game that's been hurting the Rebels instead of the rushing attack.
Second down, 11. The Leake 36. Price goes in motion out to the right flat. Shoulder fake pump throwing for the end zone. Into a crowd, back of the end zone, and it's knocked away. Good play by Jack Harkins, incomplete at the goal line.
Great coverage by Jack Harkins on that right side. Harkins and Nowell were both double covered. Looked to be Hayden Jones intended on that deep right side, but Harkins and Nowell were right there to swat away at it. And a great job just making a play on the ball and not getting another defensive pass interference.
3rd down, 11. The Chiefs have been good at converting third downs in the first half. They lead it 10-7, 9:23 to go in the Welch Forest Products second quarter. They'll bring in their H-back, set him to the left. 3 wide receivers. Prosek to throw. As the man at the 25. Pass caught. Harkins ushers Burford out of bounds, but it's going to be enough for a first down close to the 20-yard line. Mark it at the 22. They convert another third down.
And if you see on the stream tonight, the Rebels aren't bringing a lot of pressure on those edges. They want to try and contain Prosek. So if you see why the Rebel defenders are running close to the quarterback and kind of waiting, they're waiting on him to scramble. But that time he made a play over the middle, throwing a deep ball and converted on a third down for the Chief offense.
1st and 10 from the Leake 22. Again, they're going to put it in the air. Prosek looking. Now the pressure comes, and now he unloads it out of bounds. So there is a flag down along the line of scrimmage.
Looks like this one will be on Magnolia Heights.
Face mask, the call against Magnolia Heights. 15-yard variety as well, so that's going to move them back near the 40. Sets the ball down back at the 38. So 1st and 15. 1st and 25, excuse me. 1st and 25.
A lot of penalties on this drive. Both sides of the ball, Chiefs and Rebels getting a lot of penalty calls here on this drive.
5 wideouts in the formation. Prosek with a quick throw underneath inside the 35. Joshua Gray and Grayson McDonald get on Burford and get him down at the 31. They pick up 7 on the play. 2nd and long.
Braden Burford's done that a lot tonight for the Chiefs in this first half. He's kind of running and going against this zone by the Rebel defense, and he finds an opening and gets positive yards, and Prosek's looking right for him and throws him a quick pass, picks up positive yards for the Chief offense.
2nd and 18. Play fake, setting back to throw. Prosek will throw it for the end zone. 101 play out there, incomplete. Great coverage from Jack Harkins on Hayden Jones in the end zone.
Yeah, great coverage by Jack Harkins. Seen that a lot in this second half of the season. Harkins really stepping up as the number 1 corner for this Rebel defense, playing great coverage on the outside in the second half of the season for the Rebel defense.
3rd and 18 from the 31. 8:17 to play. Magnolia Heights leads by 3. Rebel defense needs a stop. 4-man front. Flags come out. Looks like illegal procedure against the Chiefs. So now 3rd and 23. Walk it back to the 36.
And that's the 5th penalty that's happened on this drive for both sides. So Rebel defense and Chief offense staying on the field for a long period of time here in the second quarter.
This drive began back at the 29 after an interception of a deep ball. Intercepted George Wilcox's pass. Now 3rd and a whole lot. Prosek with time, pumps the shoulders, still rolling out to his right, looking, throwing it over the middle, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Looking for Trace Hartzog. Rebels had some defenders out there, and Long is a little slow to get up. Jones, Hayden Jones. Incomplete, 3rd and plenty. Prosek is also the punter. It looks like that's what he's going to move into that position.
Chiefs definitely going to punt this ball away here in the Rebel territory of the field, but too long of a 4th down to consider going for it. So
after this play, I'll give you a score update. But first, we've got a small town rental timeout by Magnolia Heights. We'll take it with them with 8:04 to play, and the Rebels trailing 10-7.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280. On the north side of the square in Carthage.
Hey, this is Melissa Trussell with Chipley Squareview Inn and Venue. Let us open the door to endless possibilities. Our vintage and quaint atmosphere, modern amenities, and multiple levels make us the perfect place for both your most cherished moments and exciting events. From the rooftop patio and historic hotel rooms to the exquisite chapel and downstairs venue, I know Chipley's is just the place for you. Chipley Squareview Inn and Venue, the place to experience. Located on North Pearl Street, across from the courthouse in Carthage. Book your private tour today and let's plan your next event.
Boswell Media Sports.
Prosek kicks it very high. It hits along the 5 and tumbles into the end zone. That will be a touchback, and Leake will start at the 20. Here's the score update you're interested in. Start of the second quarter. Copiah 7, Park Lane nothing from Summit. So the Colonels lead by a touchdown, 7-0 after one period. It's 10-7 here. Leake offense coming on the field.
And a good job on Matthew Nowell on that punt return. He fooled the Chiefs defense, or Chiefs return team, and moved up towards the 20 where the ball actually went over Nowell's head in the end zone for a touchback.
Gets a 3-man front. Give straight ahead to Adcock. He'll find the 24 before he's tackled by Colton Mobley. 2nd and 6.
And even though this is the second quarter of play, this is only the 5th play of the Leake offense coming out on the field.
Play action, quick throw to the slot man, Weaver. First down picked up, 35, 40, coming in the near side. Tackled before, right as he went out of bounds at the 46-yard line, a gain of 22 and a first down. Move from the 24 to the 46. Rebel offense quickly at the line of scrimmage with 3 wide outs. Handoff, sweeping left side. Adcock into Chief territory, outside the hash, toward the numbers 40. Still on his feet, 35, and forced out of bounds.
Looks like 2 late flags came in while Adcock was running. Might be a holding call on the Rebels.
Rebel offense walking backwards. We're still waiting on the signal from the official. Holding and that's it. And we'll replay first down. But it should be from the point where the penalty occurred, so it'll be 1st and 11 back at the 45. 7:01 to play, second quarter. Mag Heights 10, Leake 7. Season on the line for both ball clubs. Play fake, Wilcox back to throw. Lots of time. Throwing deep over the middle, and it's intercepted again at the 15-yard line. Coming to the near side, still on his feet, 25. Out of bounds along the 37 is Ty Young, who's picked off 2 Wilcox passes in the first half.
And both of those interceptions on deep shots, looking for Nowell that time again. Ball just sailed more on George Wilcox as he was looking for Nowell down the field, and Chiefs able to come away with the interception as Wilcox was trying to take another deep shot.
The Rebel defense has been out in the field a lot in the first half, and they return with 6:40 to play in the Welch Forest Products second quarter. H-back set to the left, running back to the right of Prosek. 3 wide receivers in the formation. Play action. Throw too far out in front of Colton Robbins. The H-back who was sort of rolling out along the 40-yard line, threw it over his head, incomplete. Second and 10. I want to remind Rebel fans that Total Pain Care is the official wellness sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Visit them at totalpaincare.org. Three wide receiver set. Chiefs on 2nd and 10. Snap it back. Set up a screen. The Rebels have it well defended. Price catches it, and he'll be tackled for a loss. Grayson McDonald didn't let number 23 get out of his sight, and he held him up, and then Owen hit, and Gage Bennett helped bring him down for a loss of 2.
Great pressure by the Rebel defense, forcing Prozac to throw up the screen pass that was set up, but it's good pressure, forcing that throw quicker than he wanted to because it was a couple of Rebel defenders right there to prevent the big gain on the screen play. Brings up 3rd down and 11, a 3rd down and long. This Rebel defense really stepped up in this second quarter.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Pressure coming up the middle. Prosek releases it, and is it intercepted? No, but nearly. Matthew Nowell made a great break on the pass intended for Hayden Jones right at the sticks and broke it up.
Yeah, Matthew Nowell breaking in a perfect time to come in and break up that pass, and also credit to Kobe Kemp going right through the middle of the Chief offensive line, forcing pressure on Prozac, and great couple of defensive plays by Nowell and Kemp forcing pressure on this Chief offense.
For the second consecutive drive, Prosek lines up to punt. Matthew Weaver waits for it. They roll him out. Rugby kicks it toward the near sideline. It'll hit at the 32 and take a really nice bounce. Roll down to the near the 16-yard line. Leake starts there after the punt with 5:33 to go in the Welch Forest Products second quarter. Magnolia Heights 10, Leake Academy 7.
Prozac held on to that punt for a while when he was doing the rugby kick. I thought he was about to take off on that left side because it was wide open for an opportunity for him to run it. But nonetheless, punted away. Rebel offense able to come back on the field after that last 2 drives for the Rebel offense. They've thrown 2 interceptions, so this is a good opportunity after the defense made a good stop on a 3-and-out. Rebel offense needs to come out.
First down, they give it to Adcock. He's still running, 30. Picks up some steam, 40, and forced into the far boundary at the 45 where he gets chucked out of bounds, but he stays on his feet. Out of bounds at the 43. Gain of 27 on the run in the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, first down.
When the Rebels have kept it with Garrett Adcock on the ground, he's definitely made some big plays in the running game tonight. Running right through the Rebel offensive line, getting some good holes.
Adcock will get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This play looked like hand up in the face mask, but no laundry comes out on the field. Rebel fans unhappy about it. Had him at the face mask, it looked like, for a loss of 3 on the play. Or 4 back to the 39. Terrible spot to boot. 2nd and 14. Wilcox looks in toward offensive coordinator Corey Burns. Out of the 3 wide receiver set, give to Adcock, and Pursuit catches him from behind. He gets only 1 up to the 40-yard line before getting chased down by Hayden Hammonds. Rebels face 3rd and 13.
Big run by Adcock to start off this drive for the Rebels, but back-to-back run plays has been stuffed by this Chiefs defense, so Rebels are going to have to go through the air. Even though Wilcox has 2 early interceptions in this ballgame, going to need to step up on this big 3rd down play.
Twin receivers each side. Wilcox well protected. Throws outside the numbers, coming back to it, making the catch for the first down is Matthew Nowell in Magnolia Heights territory at the 44. The Rebels end up getting 16 on the play in the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, 1st and 10.
Great catch and throw by Matthew Nowell, or George Wilcox to Matthew Nowell on that left side on comeback route.
Quick throw on 1st down on an out pattern for a short gain of about 3, maybe 4 to Mathen Weaver into the near sideline. Tackle made by Griff Hill, but the Rebels move it to the 40, and it'll be 2nd down and about 7. We'll call it 6. (10-7) Leake. The 2nd quarter, all the points so far have been scored in the 1st quarter. 3:25 on a running clock in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw Wilcox. Throws it to Major Chandler, who catches it, gets hit immediately, and driven back. And I don't see how you can spot that ball right there at the 37-yard line. He was a whole lot closer to the 35. Gain of about 3 on the play. That's ridiculous spot.
That's not a real favorable spot at all, but oh well.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 3. 2 receivers to each side. Rebels elect to run it. Adcock's going to have the 1st down. He breaks 1 tackle, gets to the 31, and move those sticks. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st down. 2:44 to go, and the Rebels are moving.
Something I've liked from this drive by this Rebel offense is after George Wilcox threw some early interceptions, he's going back to some shorter throws, made some easy completions, getting his rhythm back going and boosting his confidence. So like what we're seeing so far by this Rebel offense.
Been a fast-moving 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 play, again to give to Adcock. He'll get bear hugged and brought to the ground at the 29. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Rebels in Chief territory. Three-man front. Defensive line shifts around a little bit. Wilcox wants to throw. Nothing deep. Now he's going to take off, break 1 tackle, then get hit 2, 3, 4 times and go down for a sack back at the 38.
Wilcox sacked in the backfield for a loss on the play. It's
3rd down now.
George was trying to
16. Excuse me. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. QB1 was just scrambling around trying to find somebody open down the field, but this Chiefs defensive line just kept bringing pressure, and Wilcox was trying to make a play down the field, but he was just swarmed by this Chiefs defense. Brings up 3rd down and long 3rd down and 17 to be exact.
Caden Stovall into the game. Harkins and Weaver split to the left. Then Stovall and Nowell to the right. And it's a small town rental timeout for the Rebels with 1:03 to play in the 1st half. Rebels trail 10-7. We'll be back as Leake Academy playoff football continues.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Big discounts at Triple M Motors. That's right. Big dealer discounts plus GM consumer rebates means you save big.
Not in the market for a new ride? Check out our pre-owned.
Triple M Motors carries a good selection of SUVs, cars, and trucks. Stop by or check us out on the web at triplemmotors.com. That's triplemmotors.com.
Boswell Media Sports.
Third and long play. The Rebels have gone as deep as the 30-yard line, but now face 3rd and 16 back at the Magnolia Heights 38 with 1:03 to play. The Welch Farms Products second quarter. Snap back to Wilcox. Throwing left side. Pass caught by Nowell. Turns upfield, able to put his hand on the ground to keep his balance and lunge ahead to the 20. That's going to be enough for a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and 10. Gain of 18 on the play.
Another textbook catch and throw by Matthew Nowell and George Wilcox. Nowell running left side, just ran right to that first down marker and ran a comeback route. And right when he turned, the ball was in the air, landed right in his arms. Great catch and throw by Wilcox and Nowell.
Clock rolling again. Throw toward the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Jack Harkins has got it. That's 6 for the Rebels. And you want to talk about a BB of a throw. George Wilcox zipped it in there. And great hands and control from Jack Harkins right at the goal line for 6 for the Rebels. The Rebels go back in front. Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting.
QB1 zipped that ball into Jack Harkins on the right side and perfectly thrown for a touchdown pass. Gets the Rebels back in lead, 13-10 right before halftime. Big play as the Rebels will come back after halftime receiving the ball. Great job to capitalize on a score.
Matthew Nowell's extra point attempt is good. Rebels 14 and Magnolia Heights 10 with 36 seconds to play in the quarter. We'll be back with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff as Leake Academy playoff football continues.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
If you love sports, get in the game by getting In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, puts you in the game with personalized jerseys and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports has the cheer uniforms you're looking for, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports also believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Be the fan you've always wanted to be with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Rebels are in front with 36 seconds to play in the first half. From James E. Cahill Field in Senatobia. Now lining up to sky kick it. He'll pooch it. Taken by Hill at the 30. Still following blockers past the 35 and up to the 40 before he's upended by Leake's Jake Rudolph.
Last drive for the Rebels went 9 plays for 84 yards. A couple of big runs by Garrett Adcock and big throws and catches by Matthew Nowell and George Wilcox. But it was the Jack Harkins touchdown reception that capped off the touchdown drive for the Rebels. Rebels lead 14-10. 30 seconds to go before halftime. That's your performance therapy reset.
4 wide receiver set. Prosek rolls out to the right. Quarterback keeper, good for 5, maybe 6. We'll mark him down at the 46-yard line. Timeout, small town rental timeout taken by Magnolia Heights with 22 seconds to play in the quarter, and we'll be right caught up on breaks if we take it with them. We'll be back.
Navigate your way to Carthage Collision Center. Easy to find, right on Highway 16 in Carthage. Our professionals offer exceptional repair services, getting you back on the road in no time. Experience unparalleled customer service coupled with cutting-edge technology. Call us 601-267-4727.
Make a turn towards peace of mind with Carthage Collision Center, where quality meets reliability.
The buck stops here, literally, at Leake County Co-op. Now's the time to head on down to Highway 16 West in Carthage because the Leake County Co-op is locked, stocked, and ready for deer season. You'll find everything from deer feeders to attractants, food plot blends, and game cameras to deer stands. Leake County Co-op means that when they say the buck stops here, y'all trust and believe. Highway 16 in Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
There's 22 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 4 for Magnolia Heights from their own 46. 5 come to pressure Prosek. He throws, but short, hops it incomplete to Griff Hill. Braden Welch was covering. Got to change my position to see the clock. 17 seconds. Thank you.
And the Chiefs have one timeout on the left to go in this half, so if the Rebel defense can make a stop on this 3rd down and 4, that'd be huge going into halftime with the lead.
If I'm Magnolia Heights, I think I might go deep ball here and see something goes your way. 4-man front for Leake. 3rd and 4. League ahead 14-10. Instead, they give it to Price, and he'll be stopped after a gain of 2 at the 48-yard line.
Kobe Kemp making a really big tackle for this Rebel defense, tackling Price, and that'll just take us to halftime. So good to see from the Rebel defense making that stop on 3rd down.
That's the final play of the first half. Leake leads after 2 periods, 14-10. We'll be back with the start of the Carthage Vet Clinic halftime, so don't go anywhere as Leake Academy playoff football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
I sure do like my new hunting rifle. I bought it over at Ozark Ag. When I went in, they had such a great selection. Took me a while to make up my mind. I have it sighted in now, and I'm ready for the big bucks. Tomorrow I'm going back over to Ozark Ag and stock up on ammo. While I'm there, I just might check out those deer stands. Hey, honey, I know you're listening. Make sure you shop for me at Ozark Ag. They're on Highway 16 West in Carthage.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplement. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Total Pain Care has been the trusted name in interventional pain therapy for over 20 years. While the healthcare world keeps changing, our dedication to exceptional patient care stays the same. We are privately owned and operated with 2 full-time locations, Meridian and right here in Philadelphia. Pain management has made significant strides, and our physicians are committed to offering the most innovative procedures. Visit TotalPainCare.org or call for more information so we can get you back to living your best life.
You gotta live your best life.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea.
2 minutes left in the first half. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-10 Leake
for a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Baptist League Rural Health Clinics have a variety of healthcare options with primary care, pediatrics, and women's health. Providing care at 3 locations in Carthage, Walnut Grove, and Madden. Call 601-267-1470 today to schedule your appointment. Extended hours and Saturdays are available at our primary care clinic located in Carthage. Baptist League, making your health care our #1 priority.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Boswell Media Sports.
Carthage Vet Clinic halftime report rolls on as the Rebels lead 14-10 over Magnolia Heights here in the semifinals of the MAIS 5A playoffs. Winner with a chance to go to the state championship next week and play the winner of Park Lane and Capaya. Let's give you a little recap of what's happening here at Magnolia Heights tonight. First drive of the game for Magnolia Heights, they capitalized a 6-play, 33-yard touchdown run. Got early lead, 7-0 over the Rebels. And the Rebels responded on the next drive with a 1-play, 74-yard Matthew Now touchdown reception from QB1 George Wilcox. And on the second drive for Magnolia Heights, the Chiefs decided to go 12 plays down the field, a 54-yard drive, capped off with a field goal inside the 10-yard line and made it a 10-7 game. The Rebels, after the 10-7 lead by Magnolia Heights, ran 2 plays and threw an interception. Magnolia Heights able to get the ball back and go 13 plays down the field, but the Rebel defense held up strong and didn't get a first down, so the Rebel defense made that stop after a 13-play drive by the Chiefs. Leake managed to get the ball back and run 3 plays, but then another interception by this Rebel offense got the Chiefs back on the field and a 3-and-out for Magnolia Heights. And then the Rebels were able to go back on the field down 10-7 and go 9 plays down the field, a couple of big runs by Garrett Adcock and Matthew Now, but it was capped off by Jack Harkins' touchdown reception from QB1 George Wilcox, an 84-yard drive for the Rebel offense, able to take the lead 14-10 as we go into halftime. Rebels lead 14-10 over Magnolia Heights. And that's a little bit of the recap from our first half of play here in Senatobia. Big keep in this first half of the Rebel offense. They were only, in the whole entire first half, the Rebels only ran 6 plays of offense until their 4th drive on the field. So the Rebel offense has been on the sideline for a good bit of this first half, but they still lead 14-10 over Magnolia Heights. And the Chiefs were running the complete opposite on offense. They were managing to stay on the field for long 13-play drives, 12-play drives, 6-play drives. Long offensive drives for the Chiefs have been the difference of keeping the Rebel defense on the field. And the Rebel offense was not on the field as much because of the short plays and the turnovers by this Rebel offense. So a couple of key things to keep an eye on going into our second half of play is can the Rebels protect the ball and go down the field, and just like we saw on the last drive before halftime.
All right, thanks, Sam Rigby. Sam's, of course, our Gilbert Barham color commentator, and that chair endowed and supported by Rosebud General Store. We look at the scoreboard at the halftime. Of course, we're really keeping an eye on that Capaya and Park Lane game, and they're at halftime now in Summit, and it's still 7-0 Capaya. So low-scoring game. Capaya 7, Park Lane 0 at the midway point. Here are a couple of public school scores that might be of interest. Class 4A playoffs, West Lauderdale leads Houston 6-0 at halftime. And then in another 4A game, Shannon leads Kosciuszko 16-14. That game up in Lee County. In 7A, late second quarter, Starkville leads Horn Lake 26-7. Back in MAIS, Tri-County 14, Columbia 7 at halftime. That's interesting because Tri-County seems to get 14 points within the first 30 seconds of every game. I mean, those guys score all night long, so that's a tight game. And they have not had a lot of tight games, and that's the interesting thing about the playoffs. Is sometimes if you've been dominant through the regular year and then you get a playoff game and it gets tight, you wonder sometimes how a team's going to respond. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. Really good team, Tri-County, though. I'd still like their chances. Also in 4A public school, Lanier 12, Forest 10 at halftime. That's a little bit of a surprise. Lanier coming from Jackson over to Forest to play. And looking for others that might be in our neck of the woods, Choctaw County, late second quarter, up over Winona in the 3A North half playoffs. And that's going to be about it that I can get to on the Twitter machine right now that I think you folks would want to hear about. I'm going to look a little harder for some. I'm interested in that 6A semifinal action, Hartfield at MRA, JA at Prep. A lot of people think you're going to see a Prep and MRA rematch in the finals, but Hartfield certainly has a lot of talent. Well, let's take another break and come back. We'll wrap up the Carthage Vet Clinic halftime as Leake leads it 14-10 in the MAIS 5A semifinals. You're watching and listening to Leake Academy Playoff Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Whether you have a honey-do list or a big-time construction project, Small Town Rental is ready to deliver. From mini excavators, skid steers, trenchers, tillers, augers, and so much more. You'll find Small Town Rentals on Highway 16 in Carthage across from the hospital. And they even deliver so you can get results instead of excuses. Follow Small Town Rental on Facebook and find out how Blair Purvis, the guy with the pink gooseneck trailer, can help you reserve your equipment today. Tune in next time when you'll hear Little Bit say,
I'm meant for my daddy so he can buy me more horses.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
The buck stops here. Literally, at Leake County Co-op. Now's the time to head on down to Highway 16 West in Carthage because the Leake County Co-op is locked, stocked, and ready for deer season. You'll find everything from deer feeders to attractants, food plot blends, and game cameras to deer stands. Leake County Co-op means it when they say the buck stops here. Y'all trust and believe. Highway 16 in Carthage.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station.
Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank covers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Now, Bob, when we started the Bring Your Kid to Work Day, this wasn't exactly what we had in mind.
I'm sorry, but they're my babies. We're about to go grab lunch and then head to the farm.
Well, where are you headed?
Rosebud General Store, out there in Rosebud on Highway 487 East. Nothing but the best for my babies. They got everything you need for your farming family.
Well, your calf sure is sweet. Does she have a name?
There's the Cow Patty.
Whoa, let me get this straight. You named your cow Patty?
No, sir. It's what you stepped in.
Ew.
Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East. Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family-owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
If spending days looking for top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station.
Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank covers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
Boswell Media Sports.
Carthage Vet Clinic halftime, wrapping up. Rebels are back on the field, loosening up on this chilly night. We'll check the weather again for you. Of course, if you're in your car listening on Cruising 98 or you're at home enjoying this game, we appreciate that. You're probably a little warmer than we are, but we're not uncomfortable. 51 degrees, current temperature in Senatobia, and seen that soft footing I talked about in the Leake County Co-op weather and field conditions report pregame come into play some. It's been tough to make some quick cuts. I can think of Matthew Nowell making a catch and really having to put his hand down on the ground to turn and trying to get some yards after the catch. And so, that soft turf has been a factor, and you can see some of the mud stains on some of those white football pants the Leake has.
Mm-hmm. Field conditions definitely in play tonight, as both teams have been all over the field making plays and not slipping and sliding, but just a little bit of slippage.
Ground gives just a little bit. Hey, and we'll remind you, if we survive this round, the Rebels make it to the 5A state championship next week. That will be Friday, 5 o'clock at Jackson Academy at the Brickyard. 3 o'clock game. And we will bring an audio-only presentation on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. The reason being that MAIS grants an exclusive video live stream rights to the Raider Network for those. So we are not allowed to present that video stream. We would like to do it very much, but the management at Boswell Media Sports cares about our sponsors, and we know some of y'all are just are loyal listeners on the radio, or you like to hear it when you're in your car. So, hey, and if you want to sync it up to the video on your TV or whatever, you could do that. We ain't, it's don't ask, don't tell. We know the broadcast team that you love. It's Sam and that other guy that you like. So we appreciate the loyalty and appreciate the encouragement we get from Leake Academy fans. And Sam, you just started back in August of week 1 at JA. It'd be great to wind up the season back there, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be a story? We started out at Jackson Academy with the Rebels in a tight game against the Raiders, and what a story it'd be to watch this team all year and wind up right back where we started. It'd be quite the opportunity.
The Rebels have another 24 minutes of play in a tight ball game, 14-10 the score. Sam gave you the recap. The teams are heading to the sidelines. Got about a minute or so before the clock expires, so we'll get the Morris Pharmacy kickoff. The Rebels will get the ball to start the third quarter. We'll go ahead and change the score bug to third quarter, because here comes. Remember, we mentioned earlier the halftime score we got from the Copiah Park Lane semifinal. Copiah 7, Park Lane nothing at the half. So this is getting good.
And it was also a big stop by the Rebel defense right before halftime, not letting Magnolia Heights get a big play to take this lead, as the Rebels will receive the second half kickoff like we mentioned. Be a good opportunity for the Rebel defense to jump on top, as they already have an early lead in this third quarter.
Gas Jackson puts it right between the hash marks on the 40-yard line, and will kick right to left from our side on the visitor side press box. Of course, what they did here at Magnolia Heights, they renovated the stadium and moved. We were on what used to be the home side, and they moved the set a really new, nice press box and storage facility over on the opposite side and made that the home side. So we're beneficiaries of their renovation. Here we go to start the third quarter, presented by Westside Body Shop. Very short sky kick, fielded around the 35, 36-yard line by Matthew Nowell. The Rebels will start there, leading 14-10.
Be interesting to see how the Rebels respond after driving down the field with a 9-play drive for a win at halftime. It'll be interesting to see what kind of approach Corey Burns and this Rebel offense will be drawing up right out of halftime as they start off with possession in the second half.
2 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions for QB1. Touchdown passes of 74 and 20 yards in the first half. Start the third quarter. Quick throw in the slot to Weaver, and he's hit on the hip, trying to break to the outside. Good open field tackle by Mac Bouchillon. Gain of just 1 at up to the 37.
Good tackle in the open field indeed, because Weaver had an opportunity to get outside and get some extra yardage, but it was right there. It was Mac Bouchillon to make the tackle for the Chief defense.
3 wide out set. Rebels give it straight ahead. Adcock pulling the defender up across to the 40-yard line. The pickup of 3. Rebels will have 3rd and 6. Ball right between the 40 and the 41 on the right hash. Rebels in white and the Chiefs in cardinal red. Very plain look. That's a good-looking uniform. 3rd down play for the Rebels, opening possession of the second half from the shotgun. Wilcox wants to throw it quickly. Gets it to Wilcox, to Nowell, who goes to his knee at the 45 to catch it, and he's going to be about a yard short. 4th and 1. That throw, he had to go a little bit low to get it, and he had to put his knee down before he could pivot his body upfield. The Rebel offense going to stay out there. They bring in the big package. McDonald and Kemp. But Major Chandler is a tight end on the right side. 4th and 1 play for the Rebels. Keeper, Wilcox. He's got the first down. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle. 40, 35, 30. One man to beat. Stiff arms it. 15, 10, 5. Diving to the end zone. 6 for the Rebels on a 4th and 1 play. 55 yards. You can't stop him. Or did they say, the officials are talking about it, and they say he went out at the 1 or that he scored? That was a great touchdown call that may have gone empty. They say he went out at the 1, 54 yards on an incredible run on 4th and 1.
What a run by big QB1 George Wilcox. When that Mack truck went through that offensive line, he just kept on going and went all the way down to the 1-yard line. What a run.
They call it again, and he lowers his right shoulder and goes into the end zone standing up. That is 6 for the Rebels. A Weaver Taxon County touchdown. And Leake has taken a 20-10 lead with the extra point coming.
George Wilcox just on the keeper. Run right up the middle. Got a big 50-plus yard run earlier and keep it right back with them. In for 6 for the Rebels. They extend their lead 20-10 over Magnolia Heights.
The extra point is through the uprights and good. 10:09 to play. Rebels 21 and Magnolia Heights 6. We'll be back with the Morris Pharmacy kickoff as Leake Academy playoff football continues.
Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family-owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, sets, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Ty Young takes the sky kick. Flags come in as he barrels across the 40-yard line. Jake Rudolph makes the tackle at the 42, but there's a flag 10 yards behind the point where Rudolph made the tackle. You would think that's going to be against the Chiefs. Holding against the return team, so it'll go back to the 22. 10:03 to go, and Leake's ahead by 11.
Last drive, the Rebels went 5 plays down the field, but it was the 4th and 1. Big run by QB1 George Wilcox, 54 yards down the field to the 1-yard line, and then cap it off with QB1 run again for 1 yard. 5-play drive for the Rebels. They lead 21-10 over Magnolia Heights. That's your performance therapy reset.
Gold Prosek, play action. Rolls right, looks back to the left, has a man open. That's Price on a wheel route. Tackled near the 45-yard line by Grayson McDonald. Good play design and execution there for a gain of 23 and a first down.
Prozac was rolling to that right side, but it was Price on the left side running a wheel route, and it was well covered on the right side by the Rebel defense, but just a good wheel route by Price and threw it right over the head of Grayson McDonald for a big gain for the Chief offense.
First and 10 for Magnolia Heights. 2 wide receivers to each side. Ball on the left hash. Shotgun set for Prosek. And some early movement. That's been a problem for Magnolia Heights tonight.
A lot of penalties on this offensive line. I want to say it's their 4th penalty on the night for this Chief offensive line, getting movement early.
First and 15, so some self-inflicted injuries to the effort there from the home team. They went undefeated in the North Division. Have a 2x2 receiver set. Prosek sets his feet to throw. Good protection. Rolling out. Now he'll have to just get rid of it. Throw it way over the head of Price into the home sideline. Incomplete. 2nd and 15.
Well covered in the deep zone by the Rebel defense. And Prozac just had to throw it away and bring up 2nd down and 15 for the Chief offense.
I know if I go back and listen to this broadcast again, I'm going to be disappointed the number of times. I know at least twice I've caught myself saying Prozac.
It'll slip on you. It'll slip
up on you.
It has
slipped on me at least twice. If I say it, I just want you to know I've said it. Prosek is the young man's name. Rebels bring 5 up to the line of scrimmage. Will blitz, rolling out to his right. Prosek throws, pass caught along midfield by Hayden Jones. His momentum carried him back a little bit out of bounds along the Magnolia Heights 49. It'll be 3rd and 6. Gain of 9 on the play.
Rebel defense doing a good job getting the Chief offense in 3rd down and not really short, but 3rd and medium or 3rd and long. They've done a really good job tonight of making the Chief offense having to work for it on these long 3rd downs.
10 on the play clock as they come to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 6. Receivers tight to the formation. Send Price in motion to the right. And something not going right. Magnolia Heights uses a small-town Riddle timeout that we'll take it with them with 9:03 to play 3rd quarter, and the Rebels up 11.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
Moore's Pharmacy in Carthage, Sebastopol, and Walnut Grove appreciate you, their customers. We have a beautiful selection of gifts with free gift wrapping. We are one of the only pharmacies around to offer compounding and women's hormone replacement therapy. Moore's Pharmacy accepts all insurance, including Medicaid. Our 2-lane drive-thru and prescription synchronization will make your visit very convenient. Come see us. We have the shortest wait time in town and a professional staff to assist you. Moore's Pharmacy, Highway 16, Carthage.
Third down and 6 play for the Chiefs. Prosek with pocket protection around him. It breaks down. He's being chased, and he'll throw it away into the Rebel sideline. As Owen Hitt and Pete Peebles were giving him chase. Hitt is in some pain on his back along the 43-yard line. Timeout called in his behalf. Incomplete. 4th and 6. Coming up after they check on senior Owen Hitt.
And credit to Hitt. He was really pressuring Prozac, having to scramble and managed to throw that one out of bounds. So hate to see Owen Hitt go down, but it was a great play made by him to bring up the 4th down for the Chief offense.
And we'll step aside for a break as well. Can't see the clock here. 8:54 to go, and the third quarter. Leake ahead 21-10.
Dr. Ryan Anderson and his crew at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic love getting to know you and your pets. In addition to your pet's health care, they offer boarding that will be your fur baby's home away from home. Become a member of the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic family today. Download the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic app or go to centralmississippianimalclinic.com. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, Highway 35, Carthage.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologist will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
Boswell Media Sports.
The injured Leake Academy Rebel is Owen Hitt, and he's being helped from the field to the near sideline. An apparent leg injury in the right leg. 4th down play when we resume. Jack Prosek in punt formation for Magnolia Heights. Matthew Nowell set up deep inside the 20. Rugby style kick, end over end, taken on a fair catch at the 18. Rebels 21, Chiefs 10 with 8:46 to go in the third quarter. Third quarter presented by Westside Body Shop. Nowell and Weaver split to the left. Harkins by himself to the right. 82 yards of real estate in front of the Rebel offense. Adcock had a hole set up on the left side, but footing got tricky there, and he went down after a short gain. Gain of 2.
Looked to be that Garrett Adcock was running to that left side and tripped over his own feet. He was running a little too fast, I guess you could say, and he tripped over his own feet, and still a gain of 2 for Garrett Adcock.
Flip the formation. Hand it just the other way. Adcock bulls his way to the 24. For Jacob Carson makes the tackle. Bring up 3rd down and 4. Pick up a 4 on 2nd down run. Clock under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Be interesting to see what play call is called for the Rebel offense. Haven't seen a lot of 3rd downs tonight for this Rebel offense. Be interesting to see how it unfolds.
2 receivers to each side. Quick throw, Wilcox complete to Nowell. He tiptoes out of bounds just past the 30, and that should move the sticks for a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Now has been a good go-to receiver for George Wilcox all season, but tonight he's really stepped up on that left side. He's running these good comeback and curl routes, kind of sitting in the open field, and Wilcox is just firing it to Matthew now for some easy completions, moves Rebels for a first down.
Magnolia Heights with a three-man front. Play fake, quick throw in the slot to Weaver. He waits on a block from Harkins, gets it, and sort of zigzags his way up for a gain of about 8.5. We'll call it 8 up to the 38, 2nd and 2.
Haven't called Matthew Weaver's name a whole lot tonight, but he's made some good catches in that slot position for the Rebel offense.
2nd down and short. First down picked up, 3 yards ahead of the 41 to sophomore Garrett Adcock. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, first down. Right at the 40. Say he went down. I think he got cheated out of about a yard, but we've made that complaint before tonight.
But, hey, we'll take the first down for sure.
League 21, Magnolia Heights 10. Winner goes to the state championship game next Friday in Jackson. Loser is finished for the year. Some early movement on the Rebel offensive front will cost them 5 yards on illegal procedure.
It looks like it may have been maybe Tanner Wallaceworth, that right guard spot. He seemed to be unhappy with himself after the penalty was called, so just a little false start by that Rebel offensive line.
The Rebels get behind the chains, 1st and 15. One receiver left, 2 right. Major Chandler is an H-back on the right side of the formation. Play fake keeper Wilcox. He breaks through a couple of arm tackles, gets to the 41, maybe the 42 for a pickup of 7. 2nd and 8, 77. J.P. Foley tripped him up. The Rebels not working with a fast pace here. Clock draining, 6:07 to go in the Westside Body Shop third quarter. Need to get just to the front edge of the midfield stripe for the first down. 2nd and 8. Throw from Wilcox. Pass caught. Going to the ground with it is Weaver at the Chiefs' 49. That's a pickup of 9 and a first down.
Rebel receivers have made some really great grabs close to the ground. A lot of low throws, and they've made some good catches to pick up the first down. Matthew Weaver, an example on that last play for the Rebels, making a good job getting his hands underneath the ball, securing the catch for the Rebel first down.
And it's taking what the defense gives you.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're playing some deep coverage over the top. They don't want to get hit deep. 1st and 10. Short gain for Garrett Adcock as Colton Mobley got him around the ankles, tackled him, pickup of just 1. Ball at the Chiefs' 48.
Rebel defense using a lot of that clock as they have a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. Clock ticking just under 5 minutes in the third quarter.
We've said this is a Magnolia Heights team that has come from behind a lot of times. Throw from Wilcox toward Harkins off target, running a play fake there on a little hitch route near side, and falls incomplete. 3rd and 9 ahead for the Rebels.
And some tired Chiefs out there on defense for Magnolia Heights. A couple players' hands on their hips of the Rebels, working on a 8-play drive so far in this third quarter, and Rebels looking to capitalize on 3rd and 9.
Weaver in motion from the slot to the left. Fake it to him. Back to throw. Wilcox will take off toward the left. Prosek tries to dive at his feet. Can't tackle him. Still in bounds. Tiptoeing along the sidelines and picking up the first down is QB1, George Wilcox. From the 48. And we'll see where they mark it on the far side. They come down along the 32-yard line, a gain of 17, and that's a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down on the legs of Wilcox.
QB1 just taking what the defense gives him. The coverage was good by the Chiefs' defense, but that left side was wide open. George Wilcox scrambled out to that left side and kept on going. some good field position set up at the Magnolia Heights 32 for this Rebel offense.
1st and 10 from the 32. Adcock protecting the ball with both arms straight into the line to the 29, a pickup of 3. So they're just putting some body blows on Magnolia Heights right now. This drive started at the Rebel 18 with 8:46 on the clock, and they've had it for 4.5 minutes. Wilcox on 2nd and 6, setting up to throw over the middle. High ball caught by Weaver along the 15-yard line, and the Rebels get into the David Barham Insurance red zone with a first down.
And the Rebels on this drive really taking a play out of Magnolia Heights. We saw in that first half couple of 12 and 13 play drives. But the Rebels with a two-score lead in third quarter, really using the clock to their advantage and getting a lot of plays and wearing out this Chief defense.
Gain of 17 on the play. Fresh set of downs. The clock winds under 4 minutes, third quarter. Keeper Wilcox, and he gets tripped up. Cole Prosek, who plays both sides of the ball, reaching out and tripping up the Leake quarterback after a short gain. Gain of 2, looks like. Angle always gets tougher on this down inside the 20, particularly when you're kind of low to the field like we are. 2nd and 8 for L.A. Hand off Wilcox, to Adcock, that muddy uniform. Disappears into the all the bodies out there, and they unpile it. He got a short gain.
And Adcock coming out after that run. Looks like it's going to be Kobe Kemp and Grayson McDonald in the power package for this Rebel offense.
And that's on 3rd and 6 from the 11. This is interesting. This is usually the short yardage package, but this is 3rd and 6 from the 11. Heavy package. They're going to fake off of it and throw to Nowell, sliding inside the 5, and the official says he trapped it, that it hit the ground. I think that's the correct call.
I would agree
Incomplete.
I would agree with that too. The ball kind of was another low throw that Nowell had to go down and get, but went right through his hands, and that'll bring up 4th down and 6.
Rebels send out field goal personnel for an attempt of 28 yards off the toe of Matthew Nowell. He kicked one last week in the 45-36 win over Simpson. He's 3 for 3 in field goals on the year. 28 yards right here.
This is the 15-play drive for the Rebel offense. Got to think they'd love to convert on some points in this long drive that they just went through.
Well, they'll have to spend a timeout. They only had 10 out there. We'll stay right here through the break. We're ahead on sponsor breaks. Small Town Riddle timeout with 2:49 to play in the third quarter. Leake 21, Magnolia Heights 10. We want to remind you, Rebel fans, that Total Pain Care is the official wellness sponsor of Leake Academy Sports. They've got locations in Meridian and Philadelphia. You can find out more about how to live your best life by checking them out at totalpaincare.org. And we'll remind you also tonight's broadcast is powered by Central Electric Power Association. Appreciate Brooklyn Wade being up above us on the roof. She's up where it's cold. We're pretty comfortable with the windows open. Walsworth to snap, Harkins to hold. Now we'll do attempt a 28-yard field goal as we come out of the timeout. Snap, hold, kick, it's up, it's away, and it's no good. Looks like it drifted off to the left. And that puts a lift into the Magnolia Heights side of the field as the score remains 21-10 with 2:44 to go in the Westside Body Shop third quarter.
And that's got to sting for the Rebels because they did a great job driving down the field, killing about 5 minutes of clock. And a 15-play drive really wore out the Chief defense, but unable to come away with points, and that brings some life to this Chief offense of Magnolia Heights taking the field with 2:44 to go in the third quarter.
From the 20, four wide receiver set. Cole Prosek. Pocket protection, man open at the 35, still running up the field, 45. Joshua Gray pulls down the receiver, Braden Burford. Rebels let one get loose there. A gain of 27 and a first down.
And it was really good design on that left side. It was Hayden Jones and Braden Burford on the left side. It really split at the exact same time, and Gray had to pick somebody, and the one he didn't cover was wide open and got a good gain for the Chief offense.
Rebels with a 4-man front. Prosek to throw again. This time can't find anybody open, and he tosses it out of bounds way outside a receiver. Rebel fans and Rebel coaches want an intentional grounding, and you got to say there's something to be said for that argument.
He was definitely in the pocket. It was past the line of scrimmage, but he was still in the pocket when he threw that ball out of bounds. So
yeah, the officials say that it was a receiver close enough. I mean,
I don't think he's 12 feet tall, but he was close to it.
Yeah. Don't agree with that one. 2:01 to play third quarter. Prosek looks into the Chiefs sideline for the signal for 2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Prosek wants to go deep. Puts it up deep into double coverage. Ball knocked away by Jack Harkins. Incomplete, intended for Burford along the 10. Hey, Jack Harkins is having a sneaky good game tonight.
He's playing really good coverage on that defensive back end. Harkins and Now have been in coverage a couple of times, made some good plays, but also got to credit Hagan Bobo getting in on Prosek and hit him right after he threw it to force a good pass rush and speed up Prosek, so good pressure by Hagan Bobo.
1:53 to play third quarter. Rebels led 14-10 at the half. They lead at 21-10 now, late third quarter. 3rd and 10. Prosek gets rid of it quickly this time. Has a receiver who catches it in Rebel territory and is able to turn upfield and get just enough for the first down. Good awareness from Hayden Jones, the senior receiver, to get the ball down to the 40-yard line and move the sticks.
Hayden Jones kind of took a little play out of Leake's playbook, ran right to the first down marker and just sat there, and Prosek found him for a gain for a first down for the Chief offense.
Chiefs put it in the air again. Wheel route, open, caught at the 25 and stumbling inside the 15. Play they completed on the previous drive for big yardage for 22. Now they get it for about 27, 28 yards. They'll mark it at the 13, so a gain of 27. The Chiefs are in the red zone, threatening to narrow the Leake lead.
And that route, Jack Price running a wheel route in the backfield, has hurt the Rebels a couple of times tonight on some big gains, and Chief offense capitalized on it on wheel routes by Jack Price.
Throw it to Price in the flat left side, and good open field tackle for Joshua Gray for the red and blue as we go under 55 seconds to play. Gain is minimal. Only just about a yard to the 12. It'll be 2nd and 9. About 18 seconds of difference between play clock and third quarter game clock. The left hash, 2nd and 9. Shotgun set. Prosek with good protection, throw into the end zone, and it's caught in the back of the end zone. Going up and reaching over the top of Joshua Gray to pull it down is Trace Hartzog for the touchdown.
And that's a good grab on the left side by Hartzog, just having to go up and make a tough play, and he made one over Josh Gray, and that puts the Chiefs offense right back into this ball game, so we tick down close to the end of the third quarter.
Cass Jackson to attempt an extra point that would draw the Chiefs to within 4. The kick is away. Very high kick is good. Rebels 21, Magnolia Heights 17 with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll bring you back with the Morse Pharmacy kickoff as Leake Academy playoff football continues.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
Matthew Nowell takes the kick on a fair catch at the 28-yard line. Leake starts there in a 21-17 ball game, closing seconds of the third quarter.
Last drive for Magnolia Heights went 7 plays down the field, a couple of big catches by Jack Price and Hayden Jones setting up the chief offense, and it was capped off by a Trace Hartzog touchdown grab. Makes it a 21-17 ball game. Rebels lead. 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. That's your performance therapy reset.
3 wide receivers. H-back to the right. Throw, slant, complete to Weaver. Tackled at the 39. That will get Leake a first down and be maybe the final play of the third quarter. Clock stops to move the chains with 11 seconds.
Looks like that'll be the case. And it's a good grab by Matthew Weaver. Just a good pitch and go from QB1 Wilcox to Matthew Weaver on that slot route. Just a good slant route. Set the Rebels up real good position going into the fourth quarter.
4-point ball game as we'll take a break and come back with 12 minutes to go in this semifinal game. Leake 21, Magnolia Heights 17. Leake Academy playoff football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Attention, dear Slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, sets, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
Roll into Junction Deli, where nourishment meets journey. On the menu, delectable breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Whether you're in Philadelphia, Newton, Union, Carthage, Louisville, Oxford, or Scuba, we're the local pit stop that blends the allure of delicious food with the convenience of a fuel station.
Remember, when your stomach grumbles or your tank covers on empty, we're just around the corner. Download the Junction app for ordering convenience and look for the new car wash in Louisville next to Walmart.
First play of the fourth quarter. It's a catch by Jack Harkins. Turns up the field from the 45. Gets right at the midfield stripe before being tackled in front of the far sideline by Ty Young. But that's going to be a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. 1st and 10 for the Rebels at midfield as we start the fourth quarter. Leake up 21-17.
That was a really good throw by QB1 George Wilcox, throwing right over the DB Mac Buchilin to put it into Jack Harkins' hands for a first down grab for this Rebel offense.
Adcock carries left side. Good blocking. Gets him 5, maybe 6 to the 44. Cole Prosek. Jake Johnston bring him to the ground. 2nd and 4 ahead for the Rebels, now going right to left, leading 21-17. Things look like they might open up for a second on second down to Adcock, but he got tripped up before he hit that second level. He'll come out of the game. Gets to the 42, 2-yard pickup. 3rd down and about 2.
Really nice counter run play to set up Garrett Adcock.
From the heavy set. Moving to the outside, getting the first down and more, angling right. George Wilcox turns inside 30, still on his feet 25, and then runs out of real estate after moving the sticks. And, boy, what a big rushing bonus from your quarterback in the second half, Sam.
Absolutely. George Wilcox putting the team on his back here in this ball game, really helping out in the rushing game.
Gets 16 on that carry. Big bodies come out of the game, and they get in their regular set with 3 wide receivers. H-back to the left. Keeper straight up the middle. Oh, just shoving off one defender and lunging ahead is Wilcox inside the 25 to the 23. Gain of about 3. 2nd and 7 for the Rebs.
Looks like it might have been Jack Price that caught the blow from George Wilcox. Price, the running back on offense for Magnolia Heights, caught a big blow. George Wilcox pushing through for a gain of 3 on the ground.
Second and 7. Quick throw. The hitch to the outside. Pass caught inside the 20 by Harkins. He's tackled immediately. Down about the 17-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and about a yard. Gain of 6 on the play. The Rebels bring in the heavy package, Kemp and McDonald.
Seen a lot of the heavy package tonight working in the Rebels' favor on this 3rd down and 1.
Now we'll split out wide to the left. They'll shift the heavy set over to the left. Following the blockers, Wilcox bangs inside the 15, down toward the 12, and he's going to move the sticks again. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and 10. The Rebels in the David Barham Insurance red zone.
And it looks like the power formation is going to stay out there with Kobe Kemp and Grayson McDonald. No Garrett Adcock or Jack Harkins, so they may just keep it all power here inside the red zone.
They line up Matthew Weaver at running back out of the set here. 4th quarter presented by Neshoba County Co-op. 1st and 10 Rebels. Keeper left side. Short gain for Wilcox. Bodies pile on him as he barrels down to the 8-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. The Rebels need to get to the 2. They could get a fresh set of downs. Clock under 9 minutes to play. The Rebels trying to get physical in the second half.
They've stayed physical, keeping the ball on the ground this majority of this drive. A couple of short passes, but it's been majority of the power game, courtesy of QB1 George Wilcox, keeping the ball on the ground and running.
Power set shifts to the left. They'll give him a counter to Wilcox, and he got his helmet literally ripped off by 77 J.P. Foley. And Weaver appears to be okay, but he and his helmet were about 4 yards apart at the end of that play.
That's the textbook definition of a face mask call, I would say.
And you can stay in the game if that's the case. The rule about a helmet coming off doesn't force you to leave the game, so that's a half the distance penalty.
It should be a first down for the Rebels.
See, if it moves them to the 2, it should be a first down. There's no automatic, so ball's at the 4.
Okay.
So it'll be 2nd and 2. Power set to the left, ball in the left hash. Keeper Wilcox bangs into the cornerback and just steamrolls him. He's into the end zone. 6 for the Rebels. With under 8.5 to play, Leake's back ahead 2 scores. Rebel touchdowns presented by Weaver Tax and Accounting.
Wilcox getting a lot of power calls on inside the red zone for this Rebel offense. He capitalized on it this time after a missed field goal. Rebels capitalized with touchdown. Boost their lead to 10, 27-17. Rebels lead, 8:19 to go in our ball game.
Sets up the extra point for Nowell. Kick is up, away, and it's good. 8:19 to go. Leake extends the lead 28-17. We'll be back with a kickoff as Leake Academy semifinal playoff football action continues.
Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Hey, this is Melissa Trussell with Chipley's Squareview Inn and Venue. Let us open the door to endless possibilities. Our vintage and quaint atmosphere, modern amenities, and multiple levels make us the perfect place for both your most cherished moments and exciting events. From the rooftop patio and historic hotel rooms to the exquisite chapel and downstairs venue, I know Chipley's is just the place for you. Chipley's Squareview Inn and Venue, the place to experience. Located on North Pearl Street, across from the courthouse in Carthage. Book your private tour today and let's plan your next event.
Boswell Media Sports.
We're expecting a sky kick from Nowell. We'll get it this time over toward the left side. And Mag Heights will let it hit and go out of bounds short of the 30-yard line. So it should move it to the 35. Also a flag down at the 39-yard line. Not sure what that is. It may be the same thing. May have just been called a short arm throw, maybe.
More of a flip than a toss of the flag, I guess. The ball spot at 35 looks like for Mag Heights.
The Rebels went on the drive. 8 plays, 71 yards. And just got mean and physical inside the red zone for the 4-yard touchdown pass by QB1, his second touchdown run of the night. That's a performance therapy reset. Throw to the left flat to Price, trying to get around, gets away from some Rebel defenders. He's running out to the 45, 50, still on his feet, 40. Couple of men to beat inside the 20, breaks one more tackle, and he is in the end zone. And just like that, the Chiefs do what they do best, and that's they come back in the second half. And okay, they say he stepped out of bounds, so hold on. Stepped out at the 15. 50 yards on that pass into the left flat. So hold on, 28-17. Rebels defense. It's a chance to keep them held back with 8:03 to go in the game. Leake 28, Magnolia Heights 17. A 4-wide receiver set. Prosek throws toward the short side of the field inside the 10. Pass caught. Grayson McDonald makes the tackle on Jack Price. And that's going to be good for about 10 yards. It should be first and goal for the Chiefs.
Looks like it'll be spotted around the 5-yard line for this Chiefs offense, so first and goal from the 5.
The Chiefs have almost abandoned the run game in the second half. Empty set with an H-back here for Prosek. He's going to keep it up the middle into the interior, and the Rebels stop him. 20, Pete Peebles makes the tackle inside the 5, gain of 2. Second and goal from the 3. Rebels have Caden Monk playing at defensive end for the injured Owen Hitt.
It looks like Hitt might be done for the night, as he was seen on the sidelines without his pads on. So Pete will be the rest of the night without Owen Hitt.
Under 7 minutes, second and goal. Keeper left side. Stopped at the 1 is Prosek. Braden Welch jumped on his back and kept him out of the end zone. Third and goal from the 1. 4 wide receiver set. So the Chiefs, instead of piling up, they're spreading the field. Both teams with 2 timeouts, 6.5 minutes to go. Third and 1. They'll stay in the shotgun. Price at the right hip of Prosek. Moving H-back from left to right. Keeper up the middle, and he's hit and knocked back by Grayson McDonald. It'll be fourth and goal from the 1-yard line. No gain on the play.
What a play by Grayson McDonald, shooting right through the gap for that offensive line, making the stop. And what a job by this Rebel defense, really making some good stops in goal territory, but 4th down and 1, they're going to have to make one more big stop to prevent Mag Heights from scoring.
Under 6 to play. 4th and goal from the 1. Play clock at 11. Chiefs don't have their play call in yet. Now they get it with under 8. Come to the line of scrimmage. And Coach Whiteside calls for a small town rental timeout. We'll stay right here and make sure we get this 4th and goal play to you with 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the Neshoba County Co-op 4th quarter. Rebels 28, Magnolia Heights 17. Well, I think a lot of folks on the Leake side thought Prosek may have bounced off that tackle and somehow fallen into the end zone, but it was a tremendous hit on the side, the ribs there by Grayson McDonald. Just put that shoulder down, and number 21 stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah, McDonald went right through, and Prosek kind of slipped right after McDonald hit him, and that kept him from falling forward. He kind of just fell down right where McDonald hit him first, and 4th down and 1 for this Chiefs offense. Another big thing is after the timeout called by the Chiefs to set up their 4th and goal offense, they only have one more timeout left in the rest of this ball game, and there's 5:35 to go. Rebels leading by 11.
So if Mag Heights can punch it in, it's Rebels still have the lead, but your margin for error really shrinks down. And this is a team, as we've said, so dangerous coming from behind in the second half. They've done it time and again through the year. 4th and 1 in the 5A semifinals. Shotgun set. Price, the running back, lined up to the left of Cole Prosek. Wide receivers near the formation on the right side. They'll sweep right side, try to cut inside. Did he get in? He did get in. He got hit and just stretched forward across the painted line into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
It was close, but Prosek able to outreach that ball and get the touchdown. And now it's a 5-point game, and I think they're going to keep the offense out on the field and try and go for 2, make it a 3-point ball game. But it's a 5-point deficit now for Magnolia Heights after the touchdown run by Prosek.
They'll set the ball in the middle of the field between the hashes. 2-point attempt. Looks like they want to roll it out toward the right. That's what they'll do. Look to the end zone, looking, throwing back across his body. The Rebels batted away and intercepted, and the play is incomplete. Grayson McDonald stopped it. We got a 28-23 game with 5:31 left to play. And it's an interesting situation now on the kickoff, and then you assume the Rebels get possession. Chiefs, as you said, can stop it only one more time.
Only one timeout remaining for the Chiefs, and big stop by the Rebel defense. Instead of, hypothetically, if the Chiefs get the ball back, they got to go down and score a touchdown, so a field goal wouldn't do them any good. But the Rebel offense has a good opportunity to hold out their lead, and as they lead by 5 with 5:31 to go.
Chiefs have scored touchdowns on their last 2 offensive drives. That time they went 65 yards. And it's Leake 28, Magnolia Heights 23. 5:31 to go in the 4th.
And if you're the Rebels, you wonder if you got to keep it in your mind. It might be an onside kick coming with 5:30 to go in the game, or if they're going to do a short pooch kick.
They're expecting an onside kick the way they're lined up. Cash Jackson is the kicker, but he's lined up 10 yards back of the football, so he's acting like he may kick it deep. We'll see. Rebels trying to adjust to what they see. He will sky kick it deep. Now we'll go back, bring it in at the 25, return it 30, and then run into Cardinal shirts at the 33-yard line. Leake will start there with 5:27 to play.
Last drive for the Chiefs. 6-play drive. Started off big with a big 50-yard screen pass to Jack Price, but Rebel defense was able to stall the Chief offense a little bit, but it was capped off by a 1-yard Cole Prosek touchdown run. 2-point conversion was no good. That's your performance there for reset. Rebels lead 28-23.
You brought up something important I want to come back to after this play. 1st and 10, 3 wide receivers. Hand off. Adcock Gets a couple. Stopped at the 34. Gain of 2 on the play. The clock is rolling, under 5:10 to play. But yes, the Rebels made Magnolia Heights run a lot of plays, spend a lot of energy inside the 15, even get it to a 4th and goal from the 1, and that cost a lot of time. So that was significant play by the Rebel defense, even though they gave up the touchdown. Keeper left side up to the 35 goes George Wilcox. Jack Price tripped him up. A lot of two-way players, particularly skill positions for Mag Heights. 4:37, 4:36, clock ticking. Rebels don't have to run another play until it's close to 4:10 if they manage the clock well. 3rd down and 8 from the 35. Wilcox to throw. Sets up, throws complete, right near the sticks to Nowell. See where the mark is. Oh, and it's a terrible mark. He was clearly a yard past where he was marked. It's going to be 4th and 1. That is abysmal ball placement there by the officials. And the Rebels are sending the big package in. They think they can man up and just run over Mag Heights on 4th down. Big play right here. Go the hard count. And they get him to come across. The Rebels will get the 1st down on the penalty of the hard count. Gotta love it.
The refs give and they take away from this Rebel team. They're able to draw them off sides on this 4th and 1.
You got to watch these refs. They may only move it forward 4 yards the way they've been having trouble placing the ball tonight. They do move it 5 yards up to the 46, and it's a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic 1st and 10. And the clock starts moving again. 3:41, 3:40. Rebels up 28-23. Trying to get back to the state championship for the first time since 2020. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Keeper Wilcox. He'll slip past 1 tackler and get to the 48. Gain of a couple. 2, we'll call it, 2nd and 8. The Rebels won't have to snap it again until it's about 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play. As we told you, the Chiefs have just 1 timeout to use.
The Rebels waiting until about 15 seconds to get on the ball, 15 seconds on the play clock. So they're looking to use as much clock as they can. Clock at 2:50 now remaining in the ball game.
3-man front. 4 linebackers. Fake, handoff. This rolling off tacklers past midfield to the 49 goes George Wilcox. 3rd down and 5. Yards hard to come by. The big package, heavy package comes in. That being Kemp and McDonald.
Got to wonder if the Rebels want to go for another hard count and try to get that Chief defense to jump off sides again as they bring in the power package.
They'll line up heavy to the left from the Mag Heights 49. Now they'll shift to the right. 6 on the play clock. Hard count. Quarterback keeper. Power play. Straight ahead. Leading across. Down to the 41 and picking up the 1st down is Wilcox.
How about QB1 putting on the Superman cape, going right through that Rebel offensive line on the right side and outstretching at the end to get that extra yard for the 1st down. Rebels pick up the 1st down with 1:47 to go, clock ticking.
Nathan Weaver lining up at running back. Rebels come to the line of scrimmage with 9 on the play clock. Heavy set to the right. Now shift it to the left. Same play, left side, quarterback keeper, but Cole Prosek comes in and cuts the legs out from under Wilcox right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. The clock continues to run, 70 seconds to play. Rebels clinging to a 5-point advantage.
Still no timeout called by that Chiefs sideline as it's 1 minute to go on 2nd down.
Coach Whiteside's almost halfway up to the numbers on the far side. Sure he wants to call it right after this play. 50 seconds as the Rebels come to the line with 10 on the play clock. Keeper Wilcox left side, carrying defenders across the 35 down to the 33. And there's the timeout with 37 seconds to play. It'll be 3rd and short. Measure it at about 3. 3rd down and 3. Yeah, I think all you got to do here is take a snap.
And just take a knee, and that should be it.
The Rebel coaches coming out to make sure the offense understands the situation. I'm not sure Coach Whiteside and his staff really understood the situation.
So it should be pretty easy play call, I would assume, for the Rebel offense with 37 seconds remaining and no timeouts from Magnolia Heights.
Stay with us when the clock hits 0 for the Woodstock Furniture postgame, and we'll wrap it up. We usually don't get to talk to Coach Pickens on a road game, and not expecting that tonight, but Sam and I will recap this one for you. Rebels just a few seconds away from punching the ticket to Jackson. Third and 3 for LA. Snap straight ahead, protecting the ball with both hands and barreling down to the 25 for the first down is George Wilcox, who has got to be your MVP tonight.
And he did it through the ground all night. George Wilcox just running that ball and picking up some big-time plays for the Rebel offense tonight.
23, 22, 21, the clock ticking, and there's not a thing Magnolia Heights can do to stop the clock. The celebration has begun on the Rebel sideline with 12 seconds to play. We're just about to go final. And Rebel fans everywhere, you got a Friday afternoon appointment at the Brickyard for the state championship. Rebels win it 28-23. It's final. Rebels 28, Magnolia Heights 23 is our final. We'll step aside and come back with the Woodstock Furniture postgame as the Rebels win the semifinals. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Walk into the shimmering world of Cross Gates Jewelers and Pearl, where every piece of fine jewelry will tell a story and represent the memories of your life. Their GIA graduate gemologists will show you their exquisite collection of engagement rings and bridal sets, answering any questions you may have when choosing the perfect diamond and setting. Their expert in-house repairs ensures your cherished items are in the best hands. Crossgate Jewelers, located at the corner of Cross Park and Highway 80 in Pearl. You are unique, and your jewelry should be too.
What is the value of an independent insurance agent? We don't work for any one insurance company. Instead, we work for our clients. We sell insurance from multiple companies, and that means at South Group Cox Agency, you always have an expert on your side who can find you the best policy and rates for you and your family. Now is the time to come by and let us at South Group Cox give you a free quote. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. South Group Cox Agency, 207 West Main Street in Carthage.
Now, Bob, when we started the Bring Your Kid to Work Day, this wasn't exactly what we had in mind.
I'm sorry, but they're my babies. We're about to go grab lunch and then head to the farm.
Well, where are you headed?
Rosebud General Store, out there in Rosebud on Highway 487 East. Nothing but the best for my babies. They got everything you need for your farming family.
Well, your calf sure is sweet. Does she have a name?
There's the cow patty.
Whoa, let me get this straight. You named your cow Patty?
No, sir. It's what you stepped in.
Ew.
Rosebud General Store, Highway 487 East.
When dealing with something as complex as taxes and payroll can be, you can turn to Weaver Tax and Accounting to make things easier. Their professional staff works diligently to make sure your business and personal returns are complete and finished in a timely manner. Weaver Tax and Accounting will also execute your bookkeeping and payroll, bringing you the best in tax services since 1979. Weaver Tax and Accounting, 20 South Street, Sebastopol, and 109 Chadwick Avenue in Walnut Grove.
Navigate your way to Carthage Collision Center. Easy to find, right on Highway 16 in Carthage. Our professionals offer exceptional repair services, getting you back on the road in no time. Experience unparalleled customer service coupled with cutting-edge technology. Call us 601-267-4727. Make a turn towards peace of mind with Carthage Collision Center, where quality meets reliability.
My knee rehab was 100% successful thanks to Performance Therapy. They sat down with me and created a plan to ensure I would achieve my personal rehabilitation goals, and they encouraged me to get the most out of every session. Performance Therapy provided plenty of material for me to continue my rehab in between sessions too. Hopefully I don't have to see them in the future, but if I did, I would definitely choose Performance Therapy again.
For more information, go to performancetherapyms.com. Performance Therapy, Carthage, Philadelphia, and Forest.
Big discounts at Triple M Motors. That's right. Big dealer discounts plus GM consumer rebates means you save big.
Not in the market for a new ride? Check out our pre-owned.
Triple M Motors carries a good selection of SUVs, cars, and trucks. Stop by or check us out on the web at triplemmotors.com. That's triplemmotors.com.
Woodstock Furniture in Philadelphia says, let's go Rebels. Woodstock Furniture has a game plan to score big-time savings for our Rebel faithful all season long. Family-owned and operated, Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia behind McAllister's has a winning tradition with their low price guarantee on furniture for every room in the house. Plus, if you buy it today, you get it today. Woodstock Furniture at 70 Canal Place in Philadelphia loves the Rebels like the Rebels love to win.
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome to a very happy Woodstock Furniture postgame from Senatobia, James E. Cahill Field, where the Leake Academy Rebels, the 3 seed, have punched a ticket to the state championship game in MAIS 5A football, defeating the 2 seed Magnolia Heights Chiefs 28-23. Philip Palmertree and Sam Rigby with you as players and family and friends, cheerleaders down to our right around the 20-yard line, celebrating, congratulating each other. And Sam, it was a hard-fought win, and it turned into a game where Leake proved they were the more physical ball club.
Absolutely. First half, it was a lot of Magnolia Heights being more physical, keeping the ball on the ground, getting a lot of plays on their drives that they had. But in the second half, Leake only had 4 drives, but of those 4 drives, they had a 5-play drive with a 54-yard George Wilcox run. Then on the next drive went 15 plays, but a missed field goal in the red zone. Then another 11-play drive, and then a 9-play drive to cap it off and send the Rebels to Jackson to play for the state championship. So they really were a more physical team on the ground in the second half. Once they had the lead going into second half of play, Rebels really capitalized on it and just kept the ball on the ground with George Wilcox and Garrett Adcock and kept it on the ground, and Rebels really prevailed tonight.
2 touchdown throws for QB1 George Wilcox and 2 TD runs in the second half. The Rebels led 14-10 at the break and then took their opening drive, scored in under 2 minutes, 5 plays, 66 yards. Wilcox should have had a 54-yard play to remember, or 55-yard play to remember touchdown. It turned out to be a 54-yard play to remember that I had erroneously called a touchdown. But the next play, he bulled his way into the end zone for the score to cap that drive. That made it 21-10, and then as happened with Simpson last week, that put the opponent having to sort of run uphill a little bit and chase 2 scores down. Magnolia Heights got out of their run game, threw the ball a lot more in the second half, had some mixed results, but had some success doing it. They got that wheel route going a couple of times to Price and got some big gains. Cole Prosek, excellent quarterback, found Hartzog from 12 yards out with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. That tightened it up after an 80-yard drive by the Chiefs, 21-17 as we went to the fourth quarter. And L.A. marched 71 yards in 8 plays and just wore them down. Just incredible work by the offensive line. And it was Wilcox going in from the 4 with 8:19 to play that made it 28-17. And a quick score in about 2.5 minutes by the Chiefs narrowed it to 28-23. They failed on a 2-point pass attempt, and the Rebels never let them get the ball back.
Rebels really capitalized on keeping the ball on the ground. We saw them throw it a good bit in the first half, but once they got that double-digit lead right after halftime, just kept it on the ground with Wilcox and Adcock, and a couple of short pass plays, some to Jack Harkins and Matthew Weaver keeping the ball spreading around the field, but it was really the rushing attack by the Rebel offense and the Rebel offensive line that propelled them to a victory tonight.
So if you're listening to us here on the Woodstock Furniture postgame, if you don't know already, of course the Rebels are going to be in the championship game next Friday afternoon in Jackson at JA, and we know the opponent now. It's going to be the 1 seed, the Park Lane Pioneers. They came from behind and defeated the Copiah Colonels 17-10 at home, and so it'll be Park Lane and Leake for the state championship next Friday afternoon. We'll bring that to you in an audio-only format because that's the only format MAIS will allow us to bring it to you. They forbid us from doing a live stream video, and that's unfortunate for a lot of people. But that's how it's their party, and that's how they run it. But we're glad just to be there, and you can catch us on Cruising 98.3. We'll have a link for high-quality audio on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. It'll have the ticker at the bottom and have a static image. That's what we plan to bring you next Friday afternoon from Jackson. All right, any final thoughts here before we pack up and take the long drive home?
Just don't let the Rebs get hot, or we might get on the way to play in Jackson for the state championship.
That's right, and it's down to 2 teams, Leake and Park Lane, Rebels and Pioneers. Next Friday afternoon, we'll start the Wendy's pregame around 2:10, 2:15 or so, and who knows, we may even have some little special things going on. We've got some ideas floating around that might even have us on a little bit earlier. So check LA Sports on Twitter. Also, we'll publicize any special pregame things we have at kicks96news.com this week. But congratulations to Coach Pickens and his staff and the Rebels for coming on the road a long way and getting a win against a really good, determined ball club, 28-23, to advance to the MAIS championship game. We appreciate all of you being with us tonight, and we appreciate Brooklyn Wade running the camera. This will be her last broadcast for us. And don't forget, we hadn't mentioned this, Leake Academy basketball returns on Boswell Media Sports November 25. That's a week from, is that a week from
Monday?
Monday it is, yeah. 25 and 26 will feature games at Pelahatchie at East Rankin, their holiday tournament. Times and opponents yet to be determined, but we're going to find those out next week, we think. So, for Brooklyn, for our studio producer, Billy Steen, for my friend Sam Rigby here, I'm Philip Palmertree, thanking all of you for listening and watching. If you don't listen, you don't watch, none of this really matters, but it matters to a whole lot of you, and we appreciate it. And we hope you'll be with us next week at the state championships from Jackson Academy. Leake wins the semis tonight, 28-23. I'm Philip Palmertree signing off from Senatobia. Good night, grace, and peace. Go Rebels.